Tallahassee Police Department, and the Tallahassee Police Department arrested the 2 finders and put the 6 kids in protective custody.
Yeah.
And the 2 finders were arraigned on multiple counts of child abuse, multiple counts, and they were held at $100,000 bond. I think it might have even been higher. And then 2 of the kids, according to the Tallahassee police report that I got, 2 of the kids had been sexually abused. And then the U.S. Customs got involved with it because there was child pornography. And they got a search warrant for the warehouse where the finders lived, and they found child pornography.
And the warehouse is in like D.C., right?
Yes, in Washington, D.C. And they found all kinds of really unsavory things. And actually the finders had been connected to a murder too. And all of a sudden the CIA came in and quashed the entire case. And those 2 finders were just let out of jail, and those kids were repatriated with the cult. And I thought to myself, I kind of thought I knew how the world worked. But after I read that document, it just blew my mind. I mean, what have I missed as far as my understanding of the world? How is this even possible that the CIA goes to bat for some very strange people that are treating children nefariously? I mean, how does that happen? So that started my odyssey. That was in 2002. And I've been on this odyssey for the last 20 years.
Damn. Wow. So what did the editor say when you're like, I got something, when you came back with that? Rather than like run of the mill.
He said, Nick, let's just try to stick with Satanism.
Wait, what do you think when you like, how many Satanists have you talked to, and like, what's their like life philosophy? Isn't it just pretty much like selfishness, or like?
Well, I mean, there's different types of Satanists.
If that's the case, I might be a Satanist. I'm pretty selfish.
You
with
would
my
not
lifestyle.
wait, dude. You're not talking enough.
There's different types of Satanists, and they run the gamut. Some of them, it was very strange. Some of the Satanists that I talked to were really, really stupid, and some of them were really, really smart.
Yeah.
I didn't find any Satanists in between, but I was going to go to one of the black masses. It was a simple plan. I'm going to go to this black mass, and I'm going to write an article about it. And one of the high priest said I had to read this book written by one of the Satanists, the founder of that particular satanic sect. And I read the book, and I said, well, I read the book. And he said, well, you got to do this. And then I just, he was trying to lead me down this primrose path to embracing Beelzebub. And I realized that they were actually proselytizing to me.
Yeah.
And it wasn't really like a religion that I felt attracted to.
Sure.
Didn't you have to like eat like, wasn't the part,
eat like a cum cookie?
He was trying to get you to eat like,
yes. Well, that was one of the problems.
Was your editor like, come on?
The host was the potentiated ministration and semen of the high priestess and then the priest.
On what?
And
what was the
on like a floury wafer? With the Satanists, everything is it's an anti-host.
Sure,
So and it's an anti-black mass, whatever. But well, that was the deal. If I read the book, I wouldn't have to take the anti-host.
Right.
And
really? That was like if you don't read the that makes sense.
You read the book and you won't have to, but then I read the book and I said, I read the book. And I said, no, you still have to take the anti-host.
What the fuck?
So I'm really up to, I like people to live up to their word. That's important to me. And it was kind of apparent to me that the people in the darker fraternity didn't share his truth the way that I did.
And you were at an ashram, right? When you were younger?
I lived in an ashram when I was 19 years old.
How'd you fall into that? It's like it's not necessarily Hindu, but
this was a Hindu. This was a Swami. He was from India. He was
Swami.
He was a genuine Indian guru.
The Raiders.
When I was in my teens, I was really searching. Mm-hmm. And I tried all kinds of spiritual paths. And then I ended up living on this ashram with a genuine Indian guru. He was a Swami, which means he was celibate. And so I got there and I was thirsty for knowledge. And then I was talking to the Swami one day and I could have sworn I smelled cigarettes on his breath. And, I went to one of the people on the ashram who I would later call the pod people. I said, I could have sworn I smelled cigarettes on Swami's breath. And he goes, yeah, well, see, the deal with that is, he has to have one vice that keeps him tethered to this plane of reality so he can teach us. And Now, needless to say, that didn't make a lot of sense to me. And then I found out that he was having sex with all these girls on the ashram. And then I found out he was embezzling money from his more affluent initiates. And I was thinking to myself, that guy must be really spiritually developed. if he's got to do all that just to stay on this plane of reality. I think
that's why I sold weed for so long.
Yeah. That was a bit of a swami.
No. Yeah, I always find that intriguing when people end up on they seem like a cool place to live. It's just a place you would go rather than like a Christian youth thing. It would just be like,
I'm fairly certain every single one of those is that.
What do you think?
I don't know if I've heard of one story.
You'd be smirching all the masters.
I've never heard of one guru that wasn't definitely banging a bunch of the people.
Yes, that's what I concluded. Because I looked into a lot of different gurus after that, and they all have lower chakra problems.
Really?
Every guru has lower chakra. Well, they're old, ugly Indian men, and then they're
trying to get Bob's in Beguine, and they found the best way to get Bob's.
That's true.
And then they come here, and they have all these beautiful young American women who are spiritually starved, throwing themselves at these, and then it's too much temptation.
Yeah, how could they resist? How could they resist?
Yeah, it's like I found a book. Chakra. I found a book in a used bookstore one time. They write really good books though. Like I read, this was by a priest, and it was like one of the best little books on spirituality I ever read. And I'm like, I got to Google this guy, pedophile. I was like, motherfucker.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Well, I read Rama's books, and I was really fascinated by them, and so that's why I ended up at that ashram.
So what do you want to get into first here? Because I read the beginning of I read about half of the Franklin Scandal. And like I said, I was falling asleep. I listen to audiobooks at night. So I was listening to the Franklin Scandal at night, and it was fucking me up. Like every night I was like, Jesus Christ. And then I would start, I never went to sleep. I would just start Googling things like the Finders. Immediately I started Googling that. And then I started going into like Pizzagate because it was in DC and they were attracting this. And then I was like, is Pizzagate real? It's just every time I started reading, is Pizzagate real?
I have no idea on that one. I'm agnostic towards with my philosophic training. I studied philosophy in college. I try to approach everything agnostically. I really try not to make judgments on something, even though it may seem like a tautological truth. I try to withhold judgment. And with Pizzagate, I'm agnostic.
Yeah,
gotcha.
But with the Finders, it was the same. I mean, I was listening to you talk about it, but it was the same thing where it's like once you explain, like 6 children were found with 2 dudes in suits. Were they wearing like suits?
Yeah.
The children are all malnourished enough so that just a regular person called the cops when they saw them.
Concerned citizens.
And then they got nothing. It was like, yo, this is very weird. And then,
there's no way. They were like, no, we're just making sure they're good. We just like to dress nice and we didn't have the budget for their clothes yet.
And the guys wouldn't talk, right? When they were getting
They had
interrogated.
the card ready. The card to be like.
And one guy actually went unconscious when the police started to grill him.
He went into a satanic trance?
He played possum.
I don't know if it was satanic, but he just went unconscious. Yeah.
It's a good way to resist.
It's in the U.S.
I might do that to my wife.
Just dead weight. She starts talking to you. Get a card.
You might have to hook your wife up with the Finders, which might be I don't know if I'd advise that, but you never know.
That is crazy because you can do that. There's a lot of people, I'm sure you know this, who are delighted in being like, that's all a bunch of bull. They don't want to hear any of it whatsoever. But that's like, how much of it is like as you say, like some of it's conjecture, some of it is like how much of the stuff you've done is like ends in kind of like some nebulous weird stuff, or like what's like factual anyone could take and be like, this actually happened.
I mean, the Franklin Scandal, I was very, very cautious with it and very, very careful. I wanted to nail everything because I knew what the book that I was writing was so antithetical to people's mundane reality that it was going to be met with a lot of skepticism. Mm-hmm. So, but what happened with me with the Franklin Scandal is I was able to score, there were 3 grand juries that covered it up. There were 2 grand juries in Nebraska and 1 grand jury in Washington, D.C. Now, I don't know if your viewers are familiar with the grand jury, but grand juries are infamous for covering things up. Actually, there was a grand jury in Florida looking into Epstein that said that Epstein hadn't molested a single child. What happens in a grand jury is a special prosecutor is chosen, and then grand jurors are just regular people that have come in to do jury duty, and they've been funneled to a grand jury. And it's not adversarial. The special prosecutor picks the evidence that is shown to the grand jurors and calls the witnesses. So special prosecutors have a tremendous amount of power over grand jurors. And actually there was a New York judge that had a famous quip that grand jurors have so much power, or special prosecutors have so much power over grand jurors that they could get them to indict a ham sandwich. Yeah. So with the Franklin,
I've indicted a few of those.
With the Franklin scandal, those 2 grand juries in Nebraska said that not a single child had been abused.
Yeah,
and
I read the article you sent as far as like I know this is gross detail, but one of the reasons they were able to discount the children who said they were molested by Epstein was one of them said he used a purple vibrator and another one said he used a white vibrator. So they were like, well, these two are lying.
What?
Yeah, I mean,
Like he's just a one vibrator.
something like that.
They only called one of the victims.
Okay.
One of the underage victims. And it was obvious that was a cover-up job.
Yeah.
And it's really a shame that most Americans, because when you think of a grand jury, you think the gods of jurisprudence have spoken, but that's not the case at all. It's just a special prosecutor that's been chosen to show grand jurors what he thinks is compelling evidence.
Yeah.
And that's where a lot of cover-ups take place, is in grand juries. And then everything is sealed in a grand jury. And what happened with me is I was able to get everything. I was able to get the sealed testimony and I was able to get the sealed exhibits from one of the corrupt grand juries in Nebraska, which at that point, I was able to write the book. And like I had a list of 60 victims. So it was up to me to find the victims. And that was tough because a lot of those kids, and you see it with Epstein too, you see it with a lot of pedophile networks, a lot of the kids come from lower socioeconomic backgrounds and dysfunctional families, and that makes them ripe for predators. In this case, with the Franklin scandal, Lawrence King, and also Craig Spence, and with Epstein, Jeffrey Epstein, and all the predators that were around him. So finding them was very, very difficult because a lot of them had just dropped off the plan, just dropped off the planet because these kids were from really dysfunctional backgrounds, poor backgrounds. And they were given money and repeatedly molested. And then once they lost their youthful marketability, they were expunged by the network. And they went on to become criminals to support. They were all drug addicts.
Yeah.
Or most of them were drug addicts. So they became criminals and then they ended up in prison. So it was very difficult to find a lot. A lot of them never really used their social security numbers. So, and I found them in projects. I found one in a homeless shelter. I found one in a prison. I mean, they were difficult to find.
Yeah, messed up.
Yeah, what are they, how, like, are they, like, excited to talk to you, or are they just kind of like, who are you, or, like, how did you get to, like, have them actually talk to you about this stuff?
Well, you've got to be patient, and you've got to be compassionate. I mean, I was very compassionate to all the victims that I met because of what they've been through. And it's a matter of trust. I mean, you've got to build up trust with them. Sometimes the trust comes immediately, and sometimes it takes a while to build up the trust. But once you build trust with them, they will, tell you about the worst horrors of their life.
So let's get what happened with the Franklin scandal.
So with the Franklin scandal, it was a large interstate pedophile network that was that flew kids from coast to coast, but a lot of and I also got flight receipts, like 200 flight receipts. A lot of the planes that they rented or chartered went to Washington, D.C. And in Washington, D.C., there was a lobbyist power broker named Craig Spence. And his house, he was a CIA asset, and his house was wired for audiovisual blackmail. I get into his reality pretty heavily in Confessions of a DC Madam, and I also get into it in the Franklin scandal, but a little more in Confessions of a DC Madam.
Oh, so, Guardian, does his mic have to move up a little bit towards him?
Tiny bit,
you can slide this thing down. Let me see.
The Wild Wild West.
Right.
So these pedophile parties would happen at Craig Spence's mansion in the Kalorama section of Washington, D.C., and it would be like pretty much a straight political party initially, where there would be Washington, D.C. literati and glitterati and power brokers and politicians. They would attend these parties. But then, like maybe at 10 o'clock or something, someone would fire up a joint or something sexually inappropriate would happen. And these people have been plied with alcohol. So if someone wanted to stick around for the after party, then they would be compromised.
So you see like the level of grease a person could handle. Like
Yes.
the girls would come out,
They would get me.
bust out a line. Yeah.
I'd be hammered doing. Yeah, they'd get me.
So it's,
You don't want to say that.
I'm truthful. I only deal in truth.
so
They would get me, dude.
so didn't it go all the way back to the start of the Franklin scandal stuff? It went back to Vietnam, supposedly.
Well,
that was like the
King
origin?
and the two primary pimps, Lawrence King and Craig Spence. King, during Vietnam, King was in Thailand with a security clearance, a top security clearance, and Craig Spence was in Vietnam as a reporter for ABC. So they were both in Thailand at the same time. I'm surmising that, and this is just my surmise, I'm surmising that both of them were molesting kids in Southeast Asia. And then ultimately the dark corner of intelligence that does this type of stuff got a hold of them and said, you can either do time or you can work for us.
Yeah.
Because when both came back to the United States of America, I mean, they were both from working class families, and all of a sudden their careers just went exponentially high. So I'm thinking that was probably the deal that they made while they were in Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And it's the Franklin scandal because Larry King was
Lawrence C. King
Omaha.
Owned he was the general manager of the Franklin Credit Union.
Yeah.
And it was like his personal ATM. When it's kind of interesting, the feds, you're supposed to be audited every year if you run a credit union, but he hadn't been audited in 4 years. So shortly after George Herbert Walker Bush won the presidency, the Franklin Credit Union was raided by IRS and FBI, and there was $40 million missing. But basically that credit union was a cash machine for Lawrence King, but it was also a front for this interstate pedophile network that they ran together.
And he was definitely pimping.
Absolutely. Both he and Craig Spence were pimping. And
ABC reporter?
Yes. Craig Spence was the guy who ended up in Washington, D.C.
Oh, shit.
So
yeah. He was the one who was having the parties.
Oh, so that was the guy who was hosting the functions.
I mean, the parties were all over, but Spence's the intelligence, like I said, the dark corner of intelligence that does this type of stuff had installed the cameras, the hidden cameras. And Epstein, now this is kind of interesting. Maria Farmer, who worked for Epstein, said that Epstein showed her the secret room where men, as in plural, were monitoring all these monitors, and that all the bedrooms and all the bathrooms had hidden cameras. So that setup was very much like the setup in Craig Spence's house, where both places were wired for audiovisual play.
Yeah, so Craig Spence was the Epstein of this particular story.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you. He was the party boy.
He was the party boy.
Cool guy. He was a cool guy.
He was a cool guy, dude.
He was a cool guy at the operation.
He was. Craig Spence was the Prince of Darkness.
Yeah.
Was he into Satanism too?
I do not know.
Well, I mean, I guess kind of. Yeah.
I do not know, but nothing
He's a good
about
Christian.
That guy was a pure psychopath, so nothing that he would do would surprise me. He was a pedophile, a psychopath, a drug addict.
Jesus.
And he was, I mean, the cream of the crop in Washington, D.C. politics would go to his parties. And
isn't that strange? Yeah, isn't that kind of weird? The same thing with who was it when Gates had to go to Epstein for like funding or whatever? It's always strange. Like,
well, the thing about Gates and Epstein is there's an article from the Evening Standard, the cover story. There's so many problems with the Epstein cover story, but there's an article from the Evening Standard from the UK that says that Epstein and Gates were doing business in the 90s, that their relationship went back to the 90s.
Really?
So if that's true, everything that we've been sold about Gates and Epstein is all bullshit, which wouldn't surprise me at all.
Makes sense.
Because with Epstein, the media has just been into digging up salacious dirt. They haven't been screaming. The Epstein article that I wrote, which no major magazine would touch, called for justice. All these kids were molested. We need justice. And but that doesn't seem to be a priority. And the Franklin Network was much bigger than Spence's network. The Franklin Network, I think, was around for about 12 years, and Epstein's network was around for about 25 years. But the Franklin Network was bigger, and I thought it was a kinder, gentler pedophile network initially, but then I've come to believe that because the Franklin Network, a lot of those kids were pandered to sadistic pedophiles, and there was a lot of pornography made. Child pornography. And I think the same thing was happening with Epstein.
Oh, you're saying that you thought the Epstein one was quote unquote gentler.
Yes. But now that I've gotten to know the Epstein network pretty well, Epstein was pandering girls under the age of 10, 2 8-year-olds that I'm aware of. But I'm sure that there were more. And he was also pandering these girls to really sadistic pedophiles. Or some of the clients were very sadistic pedophiles.
Yeah, because didn't his first case get sealed in the same? Was that sealed in a grand jury as well?
Yeah, that was the one in Florida.
Yeah, that was one. Epstein was like, he got in trouble.
I could be wrong here, but it was like, it was going to be tried like a regular trial. And then Rich, what's the guy's name? He came in and said, "No, let's make it a grand jury," so it was sealed.
Well, that
Something
was
like
that was Barry Kirshner, the state attorney. What happened there was a 14-year-old girl went to the Palm Beach Police Department with her parents, and she said that she'd been molested by Jeffrey Epstein. And the Palm Beach, and she described Epstein, she described his house, she described his anatomy, and the Palm Beach Police Department started a year-long investigation into Epstein at that point. And what happened after that year investigation is that they felt like they had statements from 5 victims, and then they had 12 corroborating statements. Yeah. So they were immediately going to arraign him on 5 counts of child abuse. But then that case got taken away by Barry Kirshner in the state of Florida. And then there was a grand jury, which is very strange because usually grand juries in Florida are reserved for capital cases. Mm-hmm. So, and then that grand jury found that Jeffrey Epstein hadn't molested a single child. And only one of, and here's the thing with that. The Palm Beach Police Department had the statements of 5 underage victims, but they were aware of 17 more. So there were the Palm Beach Police Department was aware of 23 underage victims, and that prosecutor only called 1. So it's very obvious to me that that was a cover up.
Jeez. And then the matter was sealed. But didn't he have a sex offense under his belt after that or something?
Well, here's what happened. So when that grand jury came back and said that Jeffrey Epstein hadn't molested a single child, Michael Ryder, who was one of the heroes in this story, he was the chief of the Palm Beach Police Department. He got very vociferous. He raised Cain. He said, and he went to the feds, and they said, this is obvious malfeasance by this grand jury, and you've got to do something about it. So the feds were going to get into it. They were going to arrest Jeffrey Epstein. Well, they were talking that there was going to be a grand jury, and then all of a sudden the grand jury was adjourned, and there was this really unctuous deal made. And I've got the emails between the assistant U.S. attorney and one of Epstein's attorneys, Jay Lefkowitz, and Anne-Marie Villafana was the assistant U.S. attorney. And they're talking about how they can minimize Epstein's sentence. And then one of the emails says, and the deal that they made was so corrupt, that they had to go to a special magistrate to sign off on it. And basically what that deal did is it exonerated everyone. It exonerated the procurers. It exonerated the perpetrators. Jeffrey Epstein had to plead guilty to a single count of child abuse. He was sentenced to 18 months in a county jail. He did 13, and he had his little wing of the jail decked out like the Taj Mahal. So, he could go out during the day. So he was molesting girls during the day while he was, supposedly doing.
He was doing
time.
like nights there?
Yeah, he only had to spend nights.
What?
Yeah.
Also, and this was 2008. He got arrested. He did serve time technically in 2008 for like 13 of the 18 months.
He did 13. But here's the deal with that.
He kept hanging out with all these people.
But here's the deal with that.
Yeah. BG was hanging out with him after
Bill
that.
Gates was still chilling.
Yeah.
The feds had a list of 32 Epstein victims. 32, and they did nothing with any of that. And according to Alexander Acosta, who is the U.S. attorney in the Southern District of Florida, he was told to back away from Epstein because Epstein was quote unquote intelligence. So, and to the kind of power that is required to get a U.S. attorney to stand down can be done by 2 people. It can be done by the attorney general. It can be done by the president. Damn. So that's how high the strings were pulled. Same with Franklin. The strings were pulled at the very apex of power.
Jesus, man. That's terrifying. That's fucking terrifying.
It doesn't speak well of our society.
Yeah, I want to see you on Good Morning America. That'd be great.
Yeah. But I don't know, isn't it just, they're just clearly intelligence? Like there's no real debate here anymore, right?
Well, it's kind of interesting.
How else could this be done?
New York Magazine conscripted 6 quote unquote experts on Epstein, and I was one of them. And I cut my teeth with Epstein in 2012, and I acquired his black book in 2012. And I tried to sell an article about his black book, and nobody in the mainstream media wanted to touch it. Finally, Gawker touched it, and then we put his black book up on the internet along with a bunch of his
with all the names and stuff.
What was in the black book?
The names went to Mount Olympus. in the black book. He had like 22 contact numbers for Clinton and 17 contact numbers for.
Why would they keep a book? I don't understand why they would keep a record of that.
Probably so you don't get killed in prison.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
It's, people like that are very arrogant and they think that they can get away with
True,
everything.
yeah.
I mean, they've had Jeffrey Epstein had been trafficking children probably since 1995, and actually, the first time he was reported was 1996 to the FBI, and nothing happened. So he thought that he could do anything he wanted.
Yeah.
And the one thing that was interesting, the guy who got the black book, who took it out of there, who took it out of Epstein's possession, I think he got 18 months in jail. He got the same punishment as Epstein did
For moving the book?
Except he had to go to a real prison, a federal prison.
federal prison.
What?
It's
The guy who stole the black book. Yeah,
And
I'll let him tell it.
Alfredo Rodriguez purloined. He was Epstein's house manager and purloined the book, and it ultimately. And then he tried to sell it to a lawyer that was launching civil suits at Epstein because he was representing these underage victims. And it's pretty interesting. So Alfredo Rodriguez approached the lawyer. The lawyer went to the FBI. The FBI did a sting and got the black book. And then that's kind of how I got the black book. Can't really give out the source, but Alfredo Rodriguez circled the names of people that he felt were part of Epstein's network. And there's a lot of names that are circled. And it's kind of interesting. Virginia Giuffre, who was one of Epstein's victims, has named a number of the same people in her lawsuit documentation.
Who are some of those people? If you
she named Ehud Barak, Alan Dershowitz, and both of them are circled. Prince
Henry, right?
Prince Andrew. He's got multiple contacts, but I don't think his name was circled. Let me see. A couple of former mayor or governors of New Mexico, Bruce King and Bill Richardson, were circled. And the thing about Richardson, he was also Clinton's energy czar. So, and then a number of big time financiers were circled too. So it was like with the Franklin scandal, it was the cream of the crop of our society.
Jesus.
Unfortunately, the upper crust is a bunch of dough held together by crumbs, or a bunch of crumbs held together by dough. Yeah. I got that one.
So there's a link been, I guess so. The link's been made between the CIA or like, does anyone even know what they do besides like doing like sex traps? Like what else is, why are they doing that? I mean, obviously to like trap people up, but like
power.
Yeah.
It's all about power.
Yeah.
And the CIA started with a mandate when Harry Truman originally started the CIA. It was a precarious time. Joseph Stalin had the hydrogen bomb. And Joseph Stalin was someone who had zero appreciation of humanity. But what happened there was the CIA started its own funding mechanisms, and then also the honey traps, because they felt it was too important, that fighting communism was too important to be left to politicians. So that's where this really dark part of the CIA comes in.
Yeah.
Is the various types of schemes to make money, and then also the honey traps.
Yeah. Did you talk about William Colby at all?
In the Franklin scandal, I do talk about William Colby.
Who's William Colby?
He was
director, I think.
He was the former director of the CIA. And actually, there was in the Church hearing, there was a senator named Frank Church in 1977 who wanted to blow the lid open on a lot of the CIA's nefarious activities, and he did a lot. And there were two. William Colby was called, and Dick Helms was called. Richard Helms. Richard Helms was the then director of the CIA, and Colby had been the former director of the CIA. And Colby really showed people how nefarious the CIA was. Some of the stuff that it was doing, but Helms kept his mouth shut. And what's interesting with Colby is he was actually conscripted. The Franklin Committee. What happened when Lawrence King was busted embezzling $40 million and wasn't charged with a single count of child abuse, there was a Franklin Committee that formed that was part of, it was the Nebraska Senate. It was a subcommittee of the Nebraska Senate. And they had a very good investigator. His name was Gary Caradori. And a lot of the evidence that I have comes from Gary Caradori. Like the list of the 60 victims that I had, that came from Gary Caradori. The flight receipts that I got, that came from Gary Caradori. All this was put into a grand jury and sealed, but a lot of he was an amazing investigator. And his plane, what happened, the FBI was hunting for him. I mean, here was the hunter became the prey, because he was finding victims and he was finding all kinds of stuff that was corroborating these kids. And these kids were coming forward and being videotaped. And if the dominoes had started to fall in Nebraska, they would have fallen all the way to Washington, D.C. So it had to be covered up at all costs. And Gary Caradori realized that the FBI was trying to put him away for scripting what these kids were saying. I mean, it was, none of the kids said that, but the FBI was, what the FBI did in Nebraska was very, very nefarious, threatening perpetrators, threatening victims. So what Caradori realized that he needed blackmail pictures, that was going to be absolute proof what was going on. And he got a hold of a blackmail photographer named Rusty Nelson. And they met in Chicago. And I've got 5 corroborations on this, that Rusty gave him pictures in Chicago. And Gary Caradori was flying back to Nebraska, and his plane blew up in midair. And then that was pretty much, and then the grand juries came out, shortly thereafter and said that there was no child abuse. And there's that Chinese proverb, kill one man, silence 1,000. Well, with this case, it was kill one man and his son, and silence 10,000, because nobody was willing to come forward after that, especially after the state and the feds had said that there was no child abuse. But the Franklin subcommittee hired William Colby to look into the death of Gary Caradori. And he didn't say that Gary Caradori had been assassinated publicly, but he did tell people that were affiliated with the committee that Gary Caradori had definitely been assassinated.
Damn.
So, and there were a lot of other suspicious deaths in the Franklin scandal. I mean, every chapter there's a strange death or two, pseudo suicides and things like that. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man, that's nuts. And the Rusty guy, that's the guy you were driving with and got pulled over with?
Yes, I was. I myself was looking for blackmail pictures, and which I don't know if that was very prudent, but I was. And Rusty said that he had some. Now, Rusty is a guy that he takes blackmail pictures of adults and children engaged in.
How do you get into that?
I guess.
Yeah. How do you get into that?
Water rises to its own level, I guess. I mean, it's like, so, I relationship would be too strong, but I forged kind of an alliance with Rusty because he was having a lot of problems with legal problems. And I said that I would help pay for his legal bills. All he had to do was provide me with blackmail pictures, which he said he had. So he took me on a wild goose chase to get blackmail pictures, and we didn't get any. And then I was driving him home on this desolate highway, and we got pulled over. And I start the Franklin scandal out with this is the cops, I show the cops my ID, and he doesn't even look at it. He says, get out of the car. And then he deposits me in his car, and then he runs me through, and I'm clean. But then he runs Rusty Nelson through, and then there's a lot of numbers after him, and I'm sure that they weren't nice numbers. So they take Rusty out, and then they rip apart the car that I rented, and all they found was my ginseng root. So that was about it. But Rusty gave me a lot of insight. I would never use Rusty as a sole source, but Rusty gave me a lot of insight because one day I asked him, how does this work? And he said, it's like you're on a yacht, and it's a beautiful day, and you can have anything you want on this yacht. But if you decide to get off the yacht, the people on the yacht are going to make sure that you drown. So once you are compromised, there's zero motivation to come forward. And it's very interesting. I wrote about, in Confessions of a DC Madam, I picked out some politicians who had been obviously compromised. One was Larry Craig. And Larry Craig was a very conservative representative and then senator. And he was in Washington, D.C. for 25 years. And he had the worst record of voting against gay rights, I believe, in the Senate, if not the worst, certainly up there. But he was getting gay escorts from Henry Vincent, who ran an escort service. Henry was the guy who I wrote the book with, Confessions of a DC Madam. So Craig was getting escorts from Henry, and then he was getting escorts from elsewhere because Kirby Dick's film Outrage talks about Craig getting escorts elsewhere. And then Craig was busted in an airport bathroom in Minneapolis trying to pick up a vice squad cop. So here's a U.S. senator. Here's a U.S. senator trying to pick up someone in a bathroom. I mean, so how hard would it be to compromise that guy?
Yeah, true.
I mean, a kid doing an after school, project with a smartphone could compromise Larry Craig.
So wait, he was in an airport?
Easily.
He was in an airport.
His flight get delayed. He was like, you know what?
It's kind of interesting.
The old foot tap in the bathroom.
Yeah, it was the foot tap because I'm from Minneapolis and I've been to that airport innumerable times, and I was going to the bathroom once in one of the stalls, and somebody next to me was slapping his foot on the ground, and I was thinking to myself, poor guy, he's got to have like a neurological disorder or something.
You wanted to play.
Yeah, he saw your shoes.
Now, an interesting guy is
fair game. I would have been pissed.
and this is kind of interesting. Dennis Hastert had he was the Speaker of the House for 7 years. From, I believe, 1999 to 2006. And he was a strong arm specialist, but he was a pedophile. He had been molesting kids going back 4 years. And there was a whistleblower named Sibel Edmonds who talked about Hastert because the FBI knew about Hastert going to a house of ill repute while he was Speaker of the House in Chicago. So the FBI knew that Hastert was a pedophile, or chances are they knew that he was a pedophile. And for some inexplicable reason, they took him down. I don't know why the feds took him down, and he had to do some time. The only thing that I can think of is he was getting too greedy, and he was told to back off because he had a lobbying business that just exploded exponentially, especially with Turkey. So we don't really know the exact mechanisms of what he did to be taken down, but it was very strange, that whole thing. And then everything was sealed and there was gag orders. So I was really looking very hard into Hastert, but I just couldn't get any information at that point.
Yeah, I mean, I could see the thing you're saying about the guys getting onto like the special crews. If you're like a rising star politically, you're probably feeling pretty good. You're like, I'm the man, I'm making money now, all this stuff. And then someone's like, hey, come hang with the big boys. You smoke a joint with him, you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Like a girl comes out and like, yeah, by the way, she was 15.
Yeah, you get done.
Like,
They're like, yeah, she was 16.
Yeah.
It's like,
we own you now.
damn.
Yeah, I mean, it's that easy.
Yeah.
And when you think about like our politicians, they've got a potent psychological alchemy of power, lust, and arrogance. And nothing makes people stupid like arrogance and lust.
Yeah.
I mean, really smart people do unbelievably stupid things because of arrogance and lust.
Arrogance and lust.
Yeah, that's nuts. And then if you don't play ball, they can probably just block you out altogether anyway. If you're like, nah, that stuff's not for me, they're like, all right,
Yeah, I
this
think-
guy's going to lose. Fuck him.
Yeah.
But I've been in this realm for 20 years now. And what Americans don't understand is that many of our politicians are compromised. And take Epstein for an instance. With Epstein, he was blackmailing some of the most powerful men in the world. He had hidden cameras. When the Palm Beach Police Department searched his home in Palm Beach, they found hidden cameras. He had hidden cameras in his New York residence that Maria Farmer talked about, where multiple men were looking at the monitors. And his island was also wired for audiovisual blackmail. So so he was blackmailing people. And what people don't understand is a guy like Jeffrey Epstein, a guy who he's from a blue collar family in Coney Island. He's a college dropout. A guy like that cannot blackmail some of the most powerful men in the world because they have access. A lot of them have access to thugs and organized crime. Like Les Wexner is heavily enmeshed in organized crime.
Who's that?
He was the billionaire. He owned Victoria's Secret. He was the billionaire that gave Jeffrey Epstein millions of dollars.
Right. Yeah.
And if Epstein was in fact
He
black-
owned Victoria's Secret, and he still had to go to the pedophile parties.
It's
It's like, bro, you have it.
I mean, your
Well,
store, just the mannequins
I would
alone,
just
that's
whack
enough
off
for
in
me.
the mall.
Yeah,
I'd be like, let me in the
just
mall at night.
yeah, just the mannequins alone.
I mean, he's a old, frightening, scary looking dude.
What?
I mean, if I was a young woman and he showed up, I mean, I'd split. But anyway,
Yeah.
so there's no way that Epstein could have been blackmailing these people by himself.
Right.
There was obviously a large organization behind him that said to these people that were blackmailed. And Spence had the same thing with the Franklin scandal. If you come after this guy, there's going to be huge retribution. And that's what kept, I believe, Jeffrey Epstein alive.
How many types of those organizations do you think are running? Because I mean, they caught Epstein,
yeah.
but how many of those do you think? Like, I mean, that has to be a pretty consistent.
Yes, I think that networks like that are ubiquitous in the United States of America. Because of the writing that I've done the last 20 years, a lot of people have talked to me about these networks. And they want me to investigate them, and I'm only one guy.
Yeah.
So, I tell them, I don't know if I can really help, because you can tell when you see major judicial malfeasance. That can be an indication that there's a network there.
Oh yeah.
It was what I was talking earlier, like in central Pennsylvania, there was the Penn State, the
Yes,
Jerry Sandusky
right.
thing. There was I think a district attorney that was looking into the case years before, and he vanished.
Yes,
I mean,
he was.
yeah.
He was found. He vanished. His car was found by, I think, a lake,
The river. I think the Susquehanna River.
And I did talk to a prosecutor under him, and she believed that Jerry Sandusky was part of a pedophile network. She really believed that, and she believed that prosecutor had also been murdered.
It sounded like,
Jesus.
yeah, I mean, it sounded like it because it was from the Second Mile Foundation, which was a lot like Boys Town.
Yes,
It was for troubled kids.
Yeah.
Jerry Sandusky was doing this, but then this is a weird story. I was at the first game Joe Paterno didn't coach. So it was the week after that story broke.
You went to that game?
I went to that game. I was pretty excited about it, but we were supposed to go. I went to a Second Mile dinner.
What?
A dude that was high up at Merrill Lynch, I think, or one of those, Goldman Sachs.
Yeah.
We went to his house. He was a Penn State alumni. I don't want to besmirch him because he might not have been a pedophile.
Oh, yeah.
But it was supposed to be a Second Mile dinner with like Joe Paterno, Sandusky, like all these guys.
What?
And then I was walking around his giant mansion. It's just a picture of him with every single president, all these things.
Really?
I don't know. It's just like you can see the political power these dudes have.
Yeah.
They have that power. And then the one guy who's friends with all them is doing exactly what they were doing in the Franklin scandal, which is getting kids out of a orphanage type situation and banging them. He was
a lower socioeconomic.
Get him to work.
Yeah. Predators know how to
And then
prey.
a district attorney just vanished. Was it a district attorney who
Yeah,
vanished?
I can't think of his name, but yes,
They found his laptop and the hard drive was taken out of it.
I mean, dude.
Like it was like, yeah.
that was there's indications that was a network. But I pursued that for quite some time, I got pretty close to somebody who could help corroborate it, but I couldn't nail it. So, and that's the thing, investigations like this, like the Franklin scandal, it took 7 years to investigate that. And I've been investigating Epstein since 2012. I'm ready to write a really good book on Epstein. I'm finishing up one book, and I'd like to write, because so many of
Keep that quiet until it's out.
so many of the books on Epstein have been Epstein light, like Filthy Rich on Netflix.
Yeah.
That Netflix show was like
that's-
terrible. I turned it off.
Was it really? I didn't even watch
Dude, they
it.
don't even come close.
It-
They're
Really?
just- they do the same thing with Sandusky, where they're like, yeah, it was just one guy. We got him. It's like, no.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I never thought about the grand jury thing before. That is kind of an indicator. Be like, well, let's do like a special trial for this guy. It's like,
Yeah.
I didn't even know what those things were, to be honest. I thought
Yeah,
that was like, ooh, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Americans have no idea about grand juries
Yeah.
and how easy they are to corrupt. So it's unfortunate that so many Americans are unaware of so many things
Yeah.
about their judiciary.
It's
no
also,
clue.
it's like the same reason people weren't taking your articles. It's like, people don't want to, like, they don't want to know.
yeah.
Like, if I told this to my dad, he'd be like, what?
Yeah.
Shut up. Like, he'd be like,
Yeah.
I don't want to even think about this.
Yeah, or like there's creeps out there.
Yeah.
But
There's only one member of my family that reads anything I write. So,
People don't want
I mean, but if you want to be an ostrich and stick your head in the sand, I mean, the evil is only going to get larger and larger and
Yeah.
larger. I mean, and that's the problem. As I said earlier, a huge problem has been the media. The media was into digging up salacious dirt And that was it. No one called for any kind of justice. The New York Times did an article that named 6 procurers, aka pimps, and the only one that's been indicted is Maxwell.
Yeah.
So there, and if Epstein was an actual trial, if there was jurisprudence that wasn't corrupted, those procurers, and we know more than 6, but you could start with those 6. Those 6 procurers would be indicted on multiple counts of child trafficking. A count of child trafficking is anywhere from 15 years to life.
Mm-hmm.
So you could rack up, they could all be looking at 1,000 years or whatever, and then you'd get them to flip on the perps. I mean, that's how the mafia was taken down.
Yeah.
You'd get the lower people on the lower echelon to flip on the higher echelon and reduce their sentences. But there's been none of that. Ghislaine Maxwell is, and the Ghislaine Maxwell trial was such a travesty of justice. The girls or women now who really knew a lot about the network and who were molested by some very powerful people, none of them were called. It was just the only victims that were called, and I think it was only 4, were molested by just Epstein and Maxwell.
Has Maxwell been sentenced to anything yet?
No, she has not been sentenced, and there's that judicial problem of one of the jurors saying that he had been molested, and Maxwell, I don't know how that's winding right now, but the whole thing, everything about Epstein, there's nothing rational about it. Nothing makes sense. Laws of the land have just been thrown in the toilet and flushed.
How did you feel when he committed suicide allegedly? Did you know that was coming, or because it seemed like everyone was like they're going to kill him, and then one day the cameras didn't work and the guards took a break.
Well, the guards took a break. The cameras didn't work. I mean, it's
Probably
certainly,
wouldn't fix the cameras.
True.
Like, damn, the cameras broke. Oh, damn it.
it's certainly very suspicious.
Yeah.
I don't think there's ever been more of a clear somebody killed him case.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a guy in prison that the whole world was saying they're going to kill him.
Oh,
and then one day, I mean, they knew, the guards knew this guy's a risk. And then one day, again, the cameras didn't work and the guards were taking a walk.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's a lot of anomalies. His cellmate was taken out of the cell.
I didn't even know he had a cellmate.
Yeah, he had a cellmate.
What?
And,
The guy got taken out of the cell and then he.
Yeah.
This
So,
is crazy.
That must have been crazy. Like, what are you in here for? Like, well, if you watch
And
it,
actually,
I tricked
his
Bill Clinton
cellmate
into
had
fucking
been
a
a
14-year-old.
his cellmate had been a multiple murderer at one point.
What?
A former police officer, and
Whoa.
they took him out. And what's kind of interesting, William Barr, our illustrious Attorney General, who helped. Now, this is kind of interesting. This is where Franklin and Epstein connect. William Barr was Bush 1's Attorney General after Richard Thornburg ran for the Senate. Barr helped cover up the Franklin scandal. And then Barr played an integral role in covering up the Epstein scandal.
damn.
And Barr said when Epstein killed himself, heads are going to roll, and no heads rolled. And actually, the warden of that particular Metropolitan Correctional Facility in New York, she was given a cushy job in New Jersey. That she was.
What?
Yeah, I mean, so
Thornburg, by the way, wasn't he Harrisburg's governor?
Thornburg was Pennsylvania.
Hey, that links
Governor of
second mile.
Pennsylvania. Yeah.
Really? What about
There's
Ed Rendell?
Sandusky.
What about Ed Rendell?
He hasn't come up, but Thornburg definitely helped cover up
Spot.
the Franklin scandal.
Thornburg
And then-
helped that? Yeah, see?
and then Barr. And
What?
then- and then Barr. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Thornburg is, I believe that Thornburg is a pretty dirty politician.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
What is
The guy whose house I was at, I was
Oh,
with.
is that what?
Nothing. This is getting too close. Now I'm part of the
Part of the cabal.
I know, I'm part of the thing now.
Damn.
Yeah, the reason I was there was the guy I was with he worked with Thornburg.
What?
And we were at a second mile.
Dude,
See, this is what happens when I listen to this.
you start
I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, you get it's unsettling.
Yeah.
It is weird though, because when you do boil it down to like you think about it, like little kids, it's just heartbreaking. But it's been politicized. The issue of sex trafficking, I would say, is kind of pursued more by people who lean to the right politically for some reason.
Well, actually, there's the feminist left and the religious right are equally against sex trafficking.
Yeah.
And they're strange, for lack of a better word, bedfellows.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been very disappointed by the anti-trafficking community because they have not been vociferous at all about what's happened with Epstein. We know who a lot of the perps are. We know who a lot of the procurers are. There should be a lot of people in prison right now.
Yeah.
But and it's really heartbreaking for me. I've spoken. The National Center on Sexual Exploitation has like an anti-trafficking summit, and I've spoken there at the last couple of years. And I've seen them do very little to get this issue out. Most of the anti-trafficking organizations, unfortunately, have not been vociferous about this issue at all.
Yeah, so
and it's heartbreaking to me because when the government doesn't work and when the media doesn't work, you've got a lot of anti-trafficking organizations. They should band together. I mean, if you're against child trafficking, you're categorically against child trafficking.
Yeah.
And here is an obvious case of child trafficking being covered up. And none of these organizations are getting, making any noise about it, which is very difficult for me because I know some of the people involved in these organizations and I just expected more from them. It was troubling.
Yeah. So with the media in general, how do you think, like, how much of this stuff do you think they know and cover up, or how much does this stuff just not come across their like desk, or like have they had any like specific roles and like kind of?
It's hard to say. I will say this, that I do believe that a lot of people in the media are compromised.
Yeah.
And I think people very high in the media. And I don't know if this is true anymore, but it would be close. 6 corporations own 90% of the media that's imbibed by Americans. And I got to hand it to the CIA or intelligence or whatever you want to call it. I mean, they don't compromise people they go right up to the top when they compromise somebody. So I don't know exactly. I've got some suspicions about who's compromised and who's not. But I don't know exactly. But I will say this, that the way that the media reacted to this with as I said earlier, just kicking out Salacious Dirt, it just was, it was an embarrassment for me as a journalist to see them, the way that the media handled this.
See, yeah, it seems like all they ever do is post a picture of Trump with Maxwell or something.
Yeah.
They never look into anybody who's guilty of, or not guilty, but who's been named.
Yeah.
Virginia Giuffre named a bunch of them and her in a deposition, and her deposition was unsealed. And a number of the people that she named were circled by Alfredo Rodriguez in the Black Book. So there you've got double corroboration, and but none of them have been arrested. I don't even know if any of them have been questioned. I mean, it's
Prince Andrew got hit. He got but it's weird. It's like it seemed like he settled with people, didn't he? Didn't he settle out of court?
Yeah, I think. I've heard 12 million, but I'm not exactly sure.
So, but he, that's kind of.
I think his mommy came in.
His mommy came in. Oh my God, man.
Yeah. That's embarrassing.
God,
you gotta wake your mom up in the middle of the night and be like, "Come on," you gotta stand in the doorway and go, "Mom, can I lay with you for a little? Mother, I'm in trouble." Oh, what did you do, Andrew?
Remember that cool island I was going to?
Remember I kept going to the cool parties with the other 12-year-olds?
Yeah, so he got. I mean, his apology, that one interview, he came on and was just like, "I'll admit, I let my flap down." That was his whole thing.
Yeah.
Well, he also said he didn't sweat. Too.
Yeah.
That interview too. I mean, it really showed how stupid he is.
Yeah.
I mean, and I don't know. I think it might be too much royal inbreeding amongst Europeans, but at that BBC interview, he really showed.
I mean, it's also he's probably just so out of touch with talking to any normal people.
For sure.
Normally, I'm sure he spent his whole life saying, "I don't sweat." And then everyone in the room went, "Oh, wow, that's really interesting." Not one person ever was like, "What?"
Well, the messaging's weird because they're like, "I absolutely did not do that. I just apologized. I let my side down. Also, here's $12 million." It's like, so wait, what did you do, dude? If someone's like, "You molested kids," I'm like, "No, I fucking did it. Like, give us $12 million." I'm like, "No, I didn't molest any fucking kids.
I don't have it."
That's just the weirdest part to me when it's like, well, I absolutely did not, but I would apologize. It was a miss.
Have anybody else, Prince Andrew, but have any of these other people that have been named come out and talked about it or been? Because anytime I see Bill Gates, although Bill Gates was never really named in those books, was he?
Dude, he hung out with him for the weekend.
No, I know he was on like the
No,
flight
Bill
logs.
Gates wasn't. But I think that according, as I said earlier, that Evening Standard article said that Gates and Epstein go back to the 1990s.
That's
so
not great.
If that's true, I mean, I don't see how Bill Gates could not be compromised. And Bill Gates has shown libidinous behavior amongst his employees. So
really,
and
that's a good way to put it too. Libidinous behaviors.
So.
Nerd
libidinous,
rage.
predatory.
Yeah, it's nerd rage.
So it's difficult to know. I mean, if Epstein and Gates go back that far, I do not see how Bill Gates could not be compromised. I
Well, he hung out with him. He spent a weekend at his place post indictment.
after
the first
the-
indictment. He was like, "Yeah, my bad. That was an oversight on my behalf. I needed money from him."
Yeah, he's like, "Well, he's dead now."
I know that was his thing. He said, "Well, he's dead now." So, yeah, I mean, it's hard for people to wrap their heads around, because it doesn't mean like every single person in the government's corrupt. It's just there are psychos that don't get stopped, and
I was there ever because I remember after the Epstein suicide, wasn't there another? Was somebody who did the autopsy that said this was conducive with hanging, or not hanging, self-hanging, but there was a struggle.
There's been a number of people that have come out. Julie Brown of Miami Herald, who wrote the series of articles that really outed Epstein. She's convinced that Epstein didn't kill himself.
But will there ever be an investigation?
There's never been any investigation with anything with
with
Epstein. I mean, the last time there was an investigation, it was the Palm Beach Police Department in 2006. I mean, that was the last time. I mean, the feds, as I said earlier, the feds had a list of 32 victims, and they did not indict Epstein on one single count of child abuse. And it's very obvious that Epstein, everything that he did had been covered up. And as I said earlier, the first known reports of Epstein, of victims going to the FBI, were the Farmer sisters went to the FBI in 1996. So Epstein had been covered up all those years, and like with the Franklin scandal was a huge network. It was bigger than Epstein's. Was around about half as long as Epstein's, but it was much bigger than Epstein. According to federal and state authorities, not a single child had been abused. That there wasn't a network. I mean, and that shows you. And then with the Epstein stuff, that all the stuff that went on, like the cover up in 1996, and then the feds covering it up with the 32 victims, it shows how much power had to be deployed to cover that up. And as I said earlier, the only two people that can tell a U.S. attorney to stand down are the attorney general and the president. So someone is, as I said earlier, someone is pulling strings at the apex of power to cover that type of.
So when when Lawrence King got busted, who was president then? That was
George Herbert Walker
Bush.
Bush.
And he said he was friends with Bush, right?
Yeah, he was friends with everybody.
Did he was there things about like the White House tours and like Bush having kids in his house or in the White House?
Well, Craig Spence, who we talked about earlier, the sociopath that lived in Washington, D.C., he took kids and male prostitutes on midnight tours of the White House.
What?
Yes.
And he's getting hot dogs and pizzas to the White House.
That's crazy.
From Chicago.
And that has been corroborated.
Really?
Yes. Yeah.
Male prostitutes going to the White House.
Yeah.
That's nice.
This is all bad.
And at least one underage victim.
One?
At least one. Yeah. So
just hanging there, or like, did they say like what? Like there was like night out, like you check this out, or they imply?
I think Spence just wanted to show some people how much power he had.
Jesus, man!
After a night of partying or whatever they did, he said, "Well, I'm going to take you guys on a tour of the White House." And
that's pretty awesome.
No, like wouldn't there be like I guess
there was no real ramifications
sometimes.
And George H.W. was just in there just
nightcap
sawing logs.
Yeah.
Little did he know.
There's a little parade. That's a fucked up
That's
parade.
so fucking crazy.
And the Washington Times broke that story, and the Washington Times also broke stories about Spence's home being wired for audiovisual blackmail.
What being wired?
Spence's home being wired for audiovisual blackmail.
Gotcha.
So, and unfortunately, the Washington Times is owned by Reverend Moon of Unification Church fame. They've done some amazing reporting, but they're tainted. And then the Washington Post did everything it possibly could to cover up Spence's pedophile network.
Who owns Washington Post?
At that point, it was Catherine Graham.
Okay.
And now her son owns the Washington Post.
Oh, no.
Who's her son?
What's Bezos own?
I thought Bezos owned the Post.
He owns part of the Post.
Okay.
Yeah. And then before that, Warren Buffett had owned part of it.
Did you watch the show Succession?
I did.
What do you think about that in terms of like, because that's pretty much what most of the show's about, how people can just completely spin the media narrative and kind of just move politicians to their pleasure.
I didn't think I was going to like it, but I kind of got into it.
Yeah, it was a good show.
Yeah.
It just shows. And that's in a very fictitious sense.
Sure.
But I think it. All art reflects reality, and I think that show really shows that the reality of how easy it is to cover things up and to get away with unbelievable malfeasance.
Yeah.
And how many death threats have you received?
Yeah.
Because midway through this podcast, I was like, oh, well, we're going to get killed. We're definitely going to get killed.
I've only had one. And now I've had some very strange stuff happen to me. But especially with my phones.
Really?
But I've only had one death threat. Yeah.
What was the threat? Like knock it off or like?
There was, so it's kind of interesting.
Stop being a party pooper. We're having fun.
Okay. So earlier I talked about living on an Indian guru's ashram, and someone who lived there, we maintained a friendship over the years, and he lived in Omaha. And my first trip to Omaha, I knew that something had gone down in Omaha, but I didn't think it was, big and malignant like it was. I didn't think that it was an interstate pedophile network. I didn't think that Boys Town was involved because Lawrence King was plundering Boys Town for underage victims. Jesus. I knew something had gone down. So I originally went to Omaha very skeptical. And I told my buddy, Dirk, I said, I hadn't seen him for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. And I said, yeah, I want to go to Omaha. And he goes, well, why do you want to come to Omaha? And I said, well, I'm looking into this story. And, he was a little concerned about my mental health at that point.
Sure, yeah.
But so, I stayed at his apartment, and then the Nebraska State Patrol started calling his apartment. This is 2002. I didn't even have a cell phone. And Nebraska State Patrol started calling his, leaving messages on his answering machine.
Was this after you got pulled over with the Rusty guy or before?
This is long before.
Whoa.
This is 2 or 3 years before. So, so there was a woman. I was sitting. Dirk was coming back from his work, and I was sitting watching the History Channel or something like that. And then I hear a knock on the door, and I go look through the hole, and it's this really freaky looking woman.
Ugh.
And she says, I've got a book for you. And okay, so by the time this happened, I'd interviewed a victim. I'd interviewed Rusty Nelson. I caught someone following me. I was like, DEFCON 4 at this point. And so, and my buddy Dirk was, he was getting, kind of uptight about it too, because I'd obviously kicked the hornet's nest. And so this woman said, I want to give you a book. And at this point, I did not want my fingerprints on that book, and I didn't want her fingerprints in my friend's apartment.
Yeah.
So I said, please leave. And she wouldn't leave. And I said, come on, just leave, and then, and
That's
then
scary.
and then I got her, and then she eventually left. And then my buddy Dirk came in with some groceries. We were going to cook dinner that night. And he goes, I saw this freaky woman. And I said, wait, she's been, I've just been talking to her for about 5 or 10 minutes. And then, so Dirk is making dinner, and then she comes back. And then Dirk looks at her. I look at her, through the people. And I said, dude, we can't let her in this apartment. We don't want her fingerprints in this apartment at all. We don't want her fingerprint on that book. So
what was the book? Could you say?
I didn't see it.
Say Cheese and Die by R.L. Stein.
So
Goosebumps.
It is very spooky.
Dude, that's terrifying.
So she decided to leave, but her parting shot was, you're in a great deal of danger. You're going to get killed.
What?
And now that really short-circuited not only me, but Dirk. Dirk realized, this is real. And so we had a very nice dinner that night, but we didn't get a lot of sleep.
That was the part of the book that I was going to sleep, and then that story is told, and I was like, that's very scary.
That's scary.
I know the look of a crazy, looking through a peephole and seeing a lady out there like, Drew.
Yeah.
Like that type of.
They always stand like right up against the door. I had a crazy lady knock on my door. I think she was just genuinely just a crazy lady. And I opened the door and her face was right there. I'm like, ah.
Yeah, very scary.
Well, at that point, I'd gotten very cautious. And like I said, I didn't want my fingerprints or Dirk's fingerprints. I didn't want so.
Good call.
But yeah, in an investigation like that, you've got to kind of think about, like before I went and tried to get pictures with Rusty. I made a video of myself, and I said, this is what I'm going to do. If I get busted for these pictures, I'm in pursuit of this story. If I don't come back, we obviously got the pictures. So,
what do you do with that? Do you just give it to your friends? And hey?
Yeah, I give it to my, what I did is, all my interviews, I put them on CDs. I give them to everybody.
Gotcha.
And then all the documentation that I had, it's in 3 different areas.
The scary part about it has got to be that they don't really care who knows. You know what I mean? Like the way they
Yeah.
did with Epstein. I mean, they blew up that guy's plane.
Yeah.
They killed Epstein in front of the entire country.
Oh yeah.
Like it seems like they're really not worried about it. I think once they survive one news cycle,
It's over.
they're clear.
It's done. Yeah.
Yeah, I think with my situation, I was a freelance journalist, and I think that other journalists had looked into that and they'd put heat on him, and that was the end of it. And so they just thought that that'd kind of be the end of Nick Bryant. And I can remember I had a mentor. He's since died. He was a journalist, and we were walking through Washington Square Park, and I was looking up at the buildings for snipers. I mean, I left Nebraska very freaked out.
Yeah.
And we sat down, and he was a mentor of mine. He was a great guy. I loved him deeply. And he goes, if you don't want to pursue this, I'll still respect you. And I thought about, I said, I think I have to pursue this. I mean, I know about it. I got to do what I can to get it out in the world. So
yeah, and it's an undeniable fact that a ton of kids are sex trafficked. It's like there's no this isn't like people like to lump this like, oh, this is all conspiracy stuff. It's like, well, there are kids getting sex trafficked. There's been big sex traffickers getting busted, and then it just goes away. So like you were saying, like the only people who can do that are two people. And it's like clearly something's amiss. How do you get kids? Or what's like this might sound funny. What's like practical advice to like make sure your kids don't get caught up in this stuff? Because they're saying now with like the internet, they can kind of just contact kids online and like they look for kids who are like slightly disheveled.
Well, it's the thing. I mean, if a kid's from a lower socioeconomic background or dysfunctional background, they're prime.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do
for predators. I mean, and predators really know how to prey. I mean, guys like Lawrence King and Craig Spence and Jeffrey Epstein. I mean, those guys are predators par excellence. They know how to get children. And they obviously really don't have any legal problems. So retribution. So they can get kids and molest them with impunity.
Jesus Christ. That was the thing I was watching today. It was just about this one guy would go to like football games and just go to like a high school football game. Just look, like he saw a girl with like an ankle monitor and he's like, perfect. She's
I guess if you just see a girl without a dad or parents.
Yeah.
It's like perfect.
And Epstein was also buying children in Eastern Europe too.
Oh man.
So
what didn't the Satanist group, weren't they like breeding, allegedly they were like breeding kids for like the purpose of selling them? The Finders. There was like some.
The Finders were. There was a telex about the Finders buying a kid.
Oh, okay.
In Hong Kong, and then there was also evidence that the Finders would respond to people that were looking for babysitters.
Oh,
yeah. Oddly enough,
Jesus,
if you look up
man.
the Finders, because when I was reading the book, I started trying to look up. There's almost nothing.
There's a great article.
Awfully hard to find.
Elizabeth Voss, VOS, wrote a really good article on the Finders. It's the most, it's the best rendition of the Finders that anybody's ever come up with. Yeah. And I did find one of those kids, and I got to the grandmother. I found the grandmother, and then the grandmother had taken on the Finders to get the kid, and the Finders had really subjected her to, a terror, just a lot of terror. And but she's hung in there. She wanted her grandchild out of that cult. And I asked if the kid was only 17 at that time or 16, and I asked if she would mind if I interviewed the kid, and she said that she didn't want me to interview him.
Gotcha.
So I just backed off.
Fair enough. Yeah.
So we're getting close to time here.
Yeah.
How about you got a book coming out? You said in July.
I do. I've got a book
You want to talk
coming
about
out.
that at all?
It's called the Truth About Watergate: A Tale of Extraordinary Lies and Liars. And what you'll see in this book is that the Watergate cover story is almost purely fabrications, and Woodward and Bernstein are pathological liars. I've got them nailed in so many lies. I mean, they even lie. I mean, they lie about important things, but like Bernstein's talking about, he's going out to talk to someone and he's in this storm. And then on that particular day, there's no storm. They're lying about inconsequential things like that. They're just telling lies. And Bernstein said that he was ducking a subpoena and hung out in a theater where he was watching Deep Throat. Well, actually, Deep Throat wasn't even shown, during that period in Washington, D.C. So there's so many lies.
Oh, man.
And Deep Throat, Woodward's, sagacious source.
Yeah.
I really show how that's kind of impossible. Mark Felt, who was outed as Deep Throat after he was very suffering from dementia and wasn't quite there. And I do think that Mark Felt gave Woodward some information. But Mark Felt was living in, he got fired from the FBI. And supposedly Felt would go by Woodward's apartment, and if the flower pot was out, then that meant that Woodward wanted to contact him, and Woodward would take all these cabs and they'd meet in Virginia. And it's kind of funny because the real critical information that Deep Throat gave Woodward is when after Felt got fired from the FBI. So he's driving in from Alexandria, Virginia every day, looking up at the patio. But here's the kicker: Woodward's apartment faced a courtyard. I mean, you could not to see Woodward's apartment, you had to get out of your car and then walk 50 feet and look straight up. So, I mean, that's just one of many things.
So the whole, just like as a summary, Watergate was like, what was the thing you think they're covering up?
Watergate was, it was a silent coup. People, now Nixon, I don't dispute that the dude had some major psychiatric issues.
Sure.
But what Nixon was trying to do is he was opening up China for called rapprochement, diplomatic, and then he was doing strategic arm limitations with the Russians. He wanted to really scale back on nuclear weapons. And what happened there is, like, the jingos in the military and also in the CIA really, and Nixon was conducting these negotiations with a top secret communication system that the Navy had. It was called SD-1. So initially, the Joint Chiefs of Staff had an espionage ring against Nixon, and then the administration outed them, and then the CIA started to infiltrate his administration, the inner sanctums, because all those burglars that were busted at the Watergate, except for G. Gordon Liddy, well, he wasn't actually busted at the Watergate, but he was busted later on. They were all CIA.
Oh, fuck.
So, and Woodward has an extensive background in intelligence, and actually the special prosecutor that was able to get rid of Nixon, he has a background in a lot of connections to CIA. So,
Gotcha.
The CIA was, wanted to get rid of Nixon, and it had some fortuitous things happen. And then, but Watergate was like a completely a botched job. I mean, those guys they were in the Watergate twice, and they should have been busted the first time, but the security guard was cognitively challenged. I mean, he just wasn't that bright. I mean, at one point, okay, so
Forrest Gump told him.
Yeah. I mean, no. Forrest Gump made this guy look like Einstein.
Really?
I mean,
No.
so,
Or was he deep undercover?
He could have been.
He could have been the ultimate deep throat.
the Democratic National Committee was on the 8th floor of the Watergate, and the Federal Reserve was on the 6th floor. Now, someone had burgled the Federal Reserve a month earlier, but at one point, and this is mind-boggling, McCord, who was a CIA guy forever, led the burglars, who were all CIA assets, up to the signed in and went to, and this was around midnight, and went to the Federal Reserve. I mean, and they could, and that security guard was too stupid to call the police.
Oh my
so
God.
they
were like, we got to do it again.
Yeah, so they had to do it. Yeah, so they had to do it again. And
That's the reason you're here, burglary.
yeah, I mean,
All right, go ahead.
when you read the book, it's
God,
kind of mind-boggling what happened, what really happened with
At
Watergate.
least Nixon got off easy compared to JFK.
True.
Well,
It's kind of a nice. They toned it down a little. They're like, we're just going to fake a thing. You'll get impeached. It's better than getting your head blown off during a parade.
Definitely.
Well, the thing about that is there'd been so much blowback with Kennedy and the Warren Commission. Like a majority of the Americans didn't believe the Warren Commission. I mean, the media has had all these years to work on them and brainwash them, but 60% still don't think that Oswald acted alone. So I think, and then you had the death of Martin Luther King and Bobby Kennedy. So I think had you not had those previous assassinations, the CIA probably
Yeah.
would have assassinated Nixon, but this way it was.
Gotcha.
It was a kinder, gentler.
It's almost like why
Way to go.
Maxwell's still alive.
Yeah,
You know,
she died
there's
too,
no
but
way
all
they can
right.
do that again, just like that.
I hope
Yeah.
not.
It's like every other. I think they can do every other.
Yeah,
Like, all right, you
unless
live
it's the
through
civil rights leaders, then it's
that. Oh, dude,
then they can do
they
every
iced-
single
yeah,
one.
They iced them pretty badly. Yeah, they had a nice little run of assassinations there for a while. And
Yeah,
I
they
guess
got
they got
greedy.
more sophisticated. Like, I guess we could just make up terrible shit about these guys. And
Yeah.
a little easier.
Well, I think that's it, Nick.
Yeah.
That was awesome,
Dude, thank you
That
so
was
much.
awesome. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. And
Yeah, thanks for looking into all this stuff. It's pretty scary to do. You know,
yeah, you keep looking at it. What are you just trying to find the one
that
thing
crazy lady.
that'll get you?
I'd have been done, dude.
It's, I don't know. You know, it's once I was on this trajectory, I wanted to see justice.
Yeah.
I've talked to so many victims. I've spoken at so many conferences. I've interacted with, so many victims. And I want to see them get justice if they possibly can.
Yeah, well, it's funny with the feminists too, because they talk about the patriarchy. You're like, all right, here's a bunch of powerful men abusing children. They're like, that's a conspiracy theory. And it's like, no, isn't that like your whole philosophy for how the world works? Like, no, that's conspiracy theory. It's like, no, it's there they are.
Yeah,
Lock 'em
that's
up.
them. Here's their names.
Yeah, 'cause it's kids, man. It's little kids. It's like, and it's definitely happening, and it's it's fucked up.
Yeah, it's had the media had any integrity whatsoever, Washington, D.C. would have been filled with mobs demanding justice. There was a similar situation in Belgium, and a couple 100,000 Belgians hit the streets.
Really?
Yeah, this
Yeah.
was how long ago was that?
It was late 90s, I think.
Yeah, I remember there was a joke in a movie I heard about in the movie In Bruges.
Oh,
He makes a joke about Belgium. That's the only thing I've ever heard about the Belgian pedophile thing.
it was Marc Dutroux was the guy that got caught. And, but yeah, that was at that point you had law enforcement coming out and saying this is a cover up.
Yeah.
Kind of like
What?
with what happened with Palm Beach Police Department and Epstein.
Yeah, he blew the whistle on it. Pretty. Yeah, good for him. And they still cover it up. Like, all right, next level.
I'm going to hit the bathroom.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
All right, well,
let's wrap it up.
Thank
We're
you very
done.
much. And yes.
Yeah, thank you
goodbye.
so much.
All right. Well, that was our interview with Nick Bryant.
Man.
And I don't know about you. I feel spooked and I'm ready for this definitely to get taken down
For
and
sure.
all of our money to be taken.
Possibly.
They're going to kill me with the heart attack gun.
You think so?
Yeah. I've been talking about being fat and doing coke.
They're
They're going to kill me with the heart attack gun.
The sonic wave.
You're jumping off a building.
I think they'll let me eat true, or they'll just like MK Ultra me, let me go crazy.
Yeah.
That, they might be. It might be good to keep me
It'd be
around.
pretty easy to get rid of us.
Oh, dude, piece of
After,
cake.
dude, all the knowledge we just acquired.
Also, I almost get rid of myself just like walking my dogs and like listening to my headphones. I
I'm
almost get hit
probably-
by a car like once a month.
Yeah, I'm gonna let the CIA off the hook here. I'm probably gonna have a heart attack. It probably wasn't them.
Just be
if I
patient.
do commit suicide, that was probably me. Look, I'm not saying I'm suicidal, but if I ever do it, I was probably pretty sad.
There's a greater chance of me killing myself than the CIA. Yeah, I can
Yes.
see that.
All right, that whole fucking thing was brought to you by Manscaped.
Yeah,
Good call to start sponsoring.
Hey,
today,
are you trying to
Manscaped.
start a honeypot and
Yeah.
you
Hey,
want
are you tired of your kids having pubes? All right.
Are you?
right.
Do you
I
want to
don't know if
rise to the highest of all levels, but don't want to grab underage girls? Grab a girl who's overage and shave her pubes with Manscaped.
Matt. All right. Today's podcast, we were brought to you. Look how giggly we are, dude.
I know.
Nick just left. Now we're all
We had to get all the
giggly,
giggles.
dude.
We had to, dude. Me and Shane
Hold
were
on.
buttoned up.
Save it for the Patreon, bro.
True.
All right.
We should do this at the very beginning of the podcast.
Look, we're brought to you by Manscaped.
Yes,
This is the beginning. All
the
fine.
beginning.
No,
the beginning.
the beginning stinks. You don't want to open with that.
It'll be a good open.
All right, fine. This is the beginning.
And we
Get
got to do
ready.
one of those things like, hey guys, today we talked to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, all right, we can do that.
Yeah. But first,
They're known for
Pubes.
the best pube trimmer around, the Lawnmower 4.0.
Whoa.
Talk about how hard, scary, painful trimming your pubes is and how using Manscaped helps.
I mean, if you cut your balls, they do bleed
It
forever.
is a real negative experience. And Manscaped did send us a fucking package that does.
True. I smell good now.
I smell good. I've been using the body wash they sent.
Yep.
Wow, I smell good. And girls can't get enough of it. Underage girls at sex parties. Manscaped now has been a great line of products in the all-new Ultra Premium collection. Go to manscaped.com for 20% off plus free shipping with the code DRENCHED. It all starts with a cologne-infused Ultra Premium body wash. That's what I use to attract perfectly of-age women.
Exactly, dude.
Loaded with aloe vera and sea salt, keeps your skin feeling clean and moisturized all day.
For sure.
And a 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner that cleanses and nourishes in one step. Use it anywhere you got hair. Use it on your ass crack if you're a hairy wop.
Dude, would you?
And Matt, and they've got aluminum-free deodorant. It dries clear. Have tattoos or dry skin? Hit your skin with the hydrating body moisturizer spray. Talk about a product they sent you that you like. I told you already. I like the moisturizer.
Yeah.
So look, get 20% off free shipping with the code DRENCHED at manscaped.com. That's 20% off free shipping at Manscaped, and use the code DRENCHED when you buy Ultra Premium Collection from manscaped.com. Free, although they sent me that package, and it is very nice. It's nice to have a nice ball trimmer. You know which one I was using? One I stole from Phil.
Really?
A long time ago, and I've used it ever since.
I use my wife.
I think
Girls
it was-
always have some weird shit like that. The nose hair trimmer, that keeps
Nose
right
hair
on
trimmer
time.
is nice.
Bro, I'll never like that. That's the only thing that can make me trim my nose hairs.
Yeah.
They sent me a nose hair trimmer. I was like, oh, nice. And I just
Yeah, it's a nice one.
got up in there. Dude, I was full Spyro the Dragon. I was like,
Yeah.
I had him coming out of every which way. So that was cool.
So that's our sponsor.
Yeah, trim your nose
Manscaped.
hairs, dude.
We were just kidding about the stuff up front, Manscaped.
Yeah. It's,
Sean, you have a show coming out Friday. Is it Friday that you have a show, or is it Thursday?
Yeah, I have a show Friday
Oh,
at
nice.
Sesh Comedy.
Sash Comedy.
It's called The Doghouse. Bees can't come anymore because he's doing Harrisburg with you.
Yeah.
But instead we have columns, so come see all of our friends in column on my Instagram. And then The Stand on Wednesday.
oh,
I have Drip. We got Nick Mullen on there, Shane Torres, our pal Andy Malfarina,
Yeah.
a bunch of
So
very
that's,
funny
that's
comedians.
Wednesday at the Stand.
That's Wednesday, April 6th at The Stand
Oh,
at
that's gonna
7
be a good
p.m.
show. You get to see the Mall Dog.
Yeah, please come. All the stuff's on my Instagram, so that'd be
the-
nice. Thank you.
7th, 8th, and 9th, I'll be at the West Palm Beach Improv. Palm Beach.
whoa.
Palm Beach Improv.
Mar-a-Lago.
The 14th, 15th, and 16th, I'll be at Good Nights in Raleigh. 22nd, 23rd, a little Nashville Comedy Festival. The 28th, 29th, and 30th, I'll be in Indianapolis, Helium. Here's the ones I got to get out because I haven't done a good job of advertising these. May 6th, Friday, May 6th, I'll be at the Academy 2 in Manchester, UK. Sunday, May 8th, I'll be at the Wardrobe in Leeds, United Kingdom. Monday, May 9th, I'll be in Glasgow at Oran Moor. Thursday, May 12th, I'll be in Dublin, Ireland at Liberty Hall. Early show sold out, not a big deal.
Nice.
Thursday, May 12th, there'll be a late show, also at Liberty Hall in Dublin. Friday, May 13th, this is confusing for a lot of people. Friday, May 13th, I'll be at the Leicester Square Theater. That is sold out. That's at 7:30. Friday, then I'm going across town for a 9:30 show. Friday, May 13th, I'll be at Shepherd's Bush Empire Theater in London. And that's the first, like, it's funny about the New York Post is it kind of leans right. I think so.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I don't look into it enough.
It
I
does,
think it
for
leans
sure.
right. So like right wing people are like, it's the oldest newspaper in America. Like they try to make it credible, and then you get on the New York Post, it's like some dude getting hit by a train in the subway. Like, see you later, asshole. That's like the fucking headline. It's like nice.
Yeah, it's the juiciest scoop.
Hold on,
dude.
I have to. this thing's burning a hole in my
Speaking
pocket.
you
of
got?
pretty
What you got?
ladies,
This isn't a sponsor yet, but they did send us a nice sample.
Are they courting us?
They're courting us with a nice sample.
What is it?
I'll show you.
would you like me to do it?
They wanted us to have this.
Oh, oh la la, dude. Ooh la la. Yo, bro. Let me get that.
I'm gonna hang this up in my apartment. My girlfriend's so happy.
Yo, bro. Jardine,
Gardine,
have some respect. That's art, bro.
this is art.
Were they
And
chip,
it's-
did they chip that down from the Sistine Chapel?
This thing's fucking a sheet of metal.
Is that the original?
You can put this in your oven and cook on it. No, I don't think that's true, but
Where'd they send you that thick bay in the mail?
I don't know. And honestly, it caused some problems at first because
happened?
I didn't open this. My girlfriend did. It was like,
She's like, who's that?
she's like, I was like, who the fuck sent that? And she's like, I don't know. Who sent this? And who
What's-
is that? And I was like,
If
I've
that
never
company,
seen that
if that
thick bitch in
company
my life.
only
She thought
sends
that was
that
your
out,
mistress.
they rule. If that's the only option, if it's an online company that only sends like tasteful
Pictures-
paintings of thick babes.
thick babes that Rainey would like on Twitter.
Dude, I saw an exceedingly thick queen on
Yeah.
the way up here. Just it made me. I don't know why this made me so happy. I'm walking up and a lady came out. I'd say emerged from a
Yes.
basement level apartment.
Oh, that's emerging.
Just came.
She breached.
She breached. She came up for air.
Yeah.
She came. She came out from it and just kind of leaned up against the thing. She must have been like 4'11" and just very voluptuous.
Wait, she leaned on a
She
fence.
just leaned. She had like a little. Yeah, she had like a black fence, like a little
They
like
love leaning, dude.
like a wrought iron gate. She came up and just leaned on it, dude,
Yeah.
in all of her splendor, and just got some light and air. And I was like, dude, there's just part of me that just wants like just a funnel
That's it.
spider, just a
That's it.
funnel spider dragging you back
Oh,
down
yeah.
into that basement apartment, just laying there. Just, oh my god, all the sweet treats you could
Yeah,
want.
that's a turn up. That's a fucking root, dude. That's a root vegetable, just in the soil, fat, underground, fat, incubating, becoming fatter,
Dude,
thicker, more soft.
no one can make a man happier. No one can make a man happier.
What then?
Imagine
Fat
getting
lady?
snatched, dude. You're sitting, you're not paying. You're like a fly in the web. You get snatched and brought down
By
to
the fat
basement.
lady.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it'd be pretty nice.
Just for like 3 weeks.
I'll be honest, that'd be very, very nice.
That would be-
Actually, no. As soon as you nut, you have to. I would be very mad. I'd be like, "It smells in here. What are you doing?" Because they're chilling. That's the ultimate chill.
Yeah.
That lady was chilling, dude.
Oh, she was chilling hard as hell.
she
It
was
apparent.
downstairs chilling.
That's what I saw, and I was like, man, what a relaxed pace of life.
Yeah, that was nice. Did you listen to Earthquake at all on Rogan?
Mm-mm.
It was funny because Rogan's like, I got to do something. I got to work out every day, or I feel like shit. And Earthquake's like, it couldn't be happier doing nothing. I love to do nothing. I'm happy with myself.
Really?
I was watching like, damn, dude, I want to get there, Earthquake. I need to ascend to
That's
that.
pretty sick, dude.
Of just like chilling and being like, nice, I did it. Like,
I would, dude.
yeah.
That would be awesome. Man. Isn't Earthquake not even that fat?
No, he's not that fat. Did he
Yeah.
used to be huge?
I thought so.
You would imagine with a name like Earthquake.
I thought he was like Bruce level.
Yeah, so did I.
I agree. I think the thing is, like, people got him confused with Bruce a lot, and Bruce is huge.
Yeah.
Earthquake's just kind of like, he's like a big dude, but he's just like tall. He's
Gotcha.
like 250 at the most, but he's
Yeah.
a tall dude. He's built.
Nice. That's
Fair
generous. That's a generous way to describe a guy who's tall and 250.
He's built.
That's thoughtful.
Yeah, I thought he was enormous. I thought he was like the fattest of the fat.
Yeah,
Black
figured.
comedians, yeah.
Earthquake.
I thought he
He's
was
one of those guys.
king.
I was like, he's got to be dead, right? His name's Earthquake,
Yeah.
and I heard about him in the early
Yeah.
2000s.
Yeah, dude. That's
Are we boring you, dude?
what are you doing? Lean back, dude. Don't be scared. Lean back. You're not gonna
Please fall.
You're not gonna fall.
I'd
I
give
don't know if I'll
anything.
do my I was looking up earthquake's dimensions.
Mike's turned off.
No, it's not.
He turned it back on, I think.
Dude, he's a fucking
the
pro.
cans
bro.
on.
He's a
Already turned
fucking
it back
stand-up
on.
Dude, you might have to take him out back.
No, you haven't been around for a while.
First of all,
You're a history major now.
first
dude.
of all,
Yo, guard
I'm
dog.
acting. Yo,
Guard dog's a little bully, dude.
Forgive
big
me,
time
though.
bully.
You're a
dude.
bully.
No, you know I missed you. No.
Dude, yo, you came at him. You came at him on cam, dude.
Who came at who?
He's changed.
Oh yeah, no, you don't know the new guard dog.
Oh, he's crazy.
He's a superstar, dude. He's the king of New York comedy. Now you're the king of New York comedy. You used to be the king of. You used to be
just
KOP.
KOP, yeah.
Now you're Coney, dude. Now you're Coney 2012.
2012.
Look at this.
I got my
That's
soldiers.
metal. You just tribute this thing and hose it off.
True.
Bro. I might bring that into my air mattress tonight.
I think it could. Don't you have like a painting of like a lady with an afro at least?
Yeah, but she's not that voluptuous.
No.
whatsoever.
I mean, this
No.
is clearly just smut.
I am gonna bring. No, I'm gonna bring that.
Pig is
Brittany has a
beautiful.
lot of women in her house, and I'm gonna add one more.
See how she feels.
I gotta add a white queen, dude.
Oh, you put a snow
Or-
bunny on the
Might be
wall?
a Puerto Rican. That might be a Puerto Rican queen.
Yeah, she's Boricua.
I don't know, dude.
It's
But
one of
either
them.
way.
It's tough to tell these days with the honkies desperately trying to look like a POC
Yeah.
pirate. Desperately trying to look like a pirate of the Caribbean. I'll tell you what, dude. We didn't even talk about the basketball game yet.
I know.
So we'll see. Because tonight we're going to go do Legion of Skanks.
Yes.
I pray it goes well.
So do I. I
Because-
want the best.
Some guys are acting like salty babies.
Yeah, dude.
And I feel like I'm allowed to say that based on the way Jason treated me on the bonfire. He went on there and said some nasty
He
things
made some
about
good
me.
points, dude. I was like, dude, I don't trust.
Yeah, it's like, look, I love Shane, but he's just not one of those guys I trust at all anymore. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't know. What the fuck happened?
That was crazy. That was crazy. I hope we can just bring light to the situation going back there today, because that will.
I'm afraid, dude. You especially. Like, I was talking with Billy and Spud this
Yeah.
weekend. If you get in there and he starts coming at us, which
Yeah.
I think he might,
It's possible.
you're a dickhead.
I can be.
You're going to hit him with like, dude, just keep it up, dude. Keep working.
I know.
Like that.
I know.
Matt's got brother level shit talk. So like if dudes are talking like this, Matt can easily, he can spin out a dork.
Tell him he can open for you in Austin if he wants to.
Oh no, I would not.
No, that's too far.
Sean,
That's OLs.
that's superstar status.
That's yeah, dude. Of course he goes there. He's like, yeah, you can open for me.
I'm talking about.
Shut
we're
up,
talking
superstar.
We're talking basketball. We're talking sports. We're talking
Yeah.
bets. This is like regular guy stuff. Come back down to earth, Sean. Come
Yeah,
back
dude.
down.
You're doing it to me.
Leave your Hollywood
What?
star.
You're doing it to me now?
He's got
What,
his
have you had a
hands-
conversation
Dude,
that I tease you?
Let me see the bottom of your hands.
What do you mean you're doing it
No,
to me
he's
now?
doing what he's gonna do. To
Let me
Big
see the
J
bottom of your.
tonight.
Let me see the
alright.
bottom of your hands. I could have
What
sworn
are the
they're
bars?
coated in the gold of Hollywood stars. You know?
Yeah. Did you dip your hands? You got a star. They heard about your Friday night showcase with O'Connor and Sid the Kid. And they're like, we got to give you a star on the Walk of Fame.
That's easy. I'm nervous. I'm nervous in front of her.
Oh,
I heard you're the
I
big
hope-
superstar now.
Treat Noah like dirt, dude.
Come in here
That's
and
not
belittle
true.
Noah. Noah would fucking whoop your ass.
This is what I want to enact. This is what I want to enact.
too little
We need to get a Buds level training program
Oh,
for
true.
anyone
Oh,
who
of
wants to be
course.
affiliated. Now that we're just
We're
like
about Buds,
physically, this podcast is a physical phenomenon.
Of course. You should see me deadlifting today.
Crazy.
Yo, I had to carry a medicine ball today. 180.
What?
Scoop it, put it on your thighs, and you got to carry it.
There's a 180 pound
Yeah, that
medicine
thing
ball?
sucked.
Where do you get that from?
I don't know. It's for weirdos to carry around. But you had to do it like an Atlas stone. Like you got to
dude.
pick it up, put it on your thighs, and then hug it,
You carried me.
and have to carry it.
You carried
It's
me.
so hard.
You're Sisyphus.
As soon as you pick it, shut up, dude. Just leave the joke.
Yeah,
Turn the
okay.
mic off for a little. Turn the mic off for a little, and then
Cool that thing down.
God damn, it's too hot from the superstar, the big New York, the New York showrunner. You're a showrunner now.
Yeah, dude. He's gonna snap tonight, dude. We're gonna-
Jay? Oh, if we're doing this in the sweet guard dog. That's another thing. It's funny to go in there being like, you know what? I hope it goes well. It's like, dude, we're going to go in there and instantly be the meanest. This could be a friendship ending podcast. That's what I'm worried about.
No, I'm gonna genuinely try to make him see the shift in worldview that needs to occur. You can't do this.
This is crazy.
You can't play 2-on-2 basketball and react that way.
No.
Not allowed to play. You'll get banned from the game. You might have to resign, dude, from the academy of 2-on-2 basketball.
Yeah. I mean, he's got to be done.
It's crazy. Don't pride yourself.
All
on
we
that.
can do is say, this is what I'm thinking. We say, hey, go ahead and keep the money. If you think the bet was unfair, just keep it.
Yeah.
And force him to go, no, I made the bet. Look, I'll pay it. It's fine. It's like, okay, you agree again? This is the third time you've shaken on this fucking bet, you psycho. Oh my God.
No, I hope he finds peace in this situation.
He
He has to find the humor in it eventually. You know how funny it is. You know how funny that
I
situation
know him.
is.
He's going to be like, yeah, it's funny, I guess. Yeah. And he's like, no, I see it. I understand why it's funny. It's just like, it's just not cool. Like, it'll be like that.
No,
I
he has
mean-
to be like, no, it's genuinely funny, and I'm having a laugh. It's a funny thing. It's funny.
That ain't going to happen, brother.
I hope.
Brother, we're going into the lion's den, dude.
Yikes.
But the funny part is, Lewis and Dave are going to agree with us.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, this is weird. They're going to be like, this is weird that you're this upset on a bet you made.
Yeah.
Somehow that point's been lost 1,000 times. Somehow he doesn't piece that together.
He levied the challenge, and then I think you made the wager, but he levied the challenge as like, we'll do it, blah blah blah, and you're like, 2-on-2 then, 2-on-2 thing is definitely handshake.
Yeah.
So the bet was made for sure.
Lewis was the one who made the bet.
True.
Lewis
Actually, I think
goes
you're right.
2-on-2. And
Yeah.
I was like, are you serious?
You're right. You're right.
$1,000, and Jay goes, oh, absolutely perfect deal.
Yes, I remember that. They were dabbing, dude.
Hitting the dabs, dude.
That was a brain on drugs.
They're
dude.
stoner dabs.
There was
They're fucking stoner dabs that is costing their careers. They're dabbed up. They're melting away. Dude.
that was the dabs, dude.
We might need to make a weed commercial. Like, remember that one where the friends just stuck? That's how I feel on Legion of Skanks now. It used to be so fun, dude. Now it's just two flat Stanleys sitting there eyeing you up, being nasty, being like, "You think you're better than us?"
Oh, that'd be
well,
fun.
it sucks. It truly sucks.
Yeah,
'Cause I don't want to fucking battle Jay.
He's the man.
I love Jay.
He's the man. He's just dude.
He's just being a sissy about the fucking
They
dumb
gotta,
basketball
they gotta
game,
hang. They gotta hang the LOS jersey from the rafters.
Oh
dude.
yeah, you gotta hang it. This is the worst loss in 2-on-2
All-time
history.
leading scorer.
But also, I gotta say, watching the edit of the video, I stink. Dude.
We all stunk. Dude.
I know, but I had no idea. I knew my jumper was bad. I've never seen it.
Oh, you
I had
never watched-
no
you didn't
idea
watch
my
tape.
shot was a full Hitler salute every time. It's fucking crazy. It's not even close.
you're a
dude.
big man,
It's
though,
literally. It's wild.
You're a big man.
It's so embarrassing, dude.
You're a big man, dude.
I get it.
You're a post player.
Some of the post moves looked nice. They're nice. There's
Come
some
on,
nice
man.
moves. Imagine when I got slapped in the face and hit him with a bucket and won.
Yeah, Jay blocked my shot. He blocked me the one time.
I mean, yeah. I think he blocked mine once.
Yeah. He
That
was
happens.
hustling. Dude,
He's just standing still.
there's going to be a hustle award. I mean, the hustle award is going out tonight.
I was going to actually Lewis for sure.
Lewis did hustle, actually.
Lewis
a lot.
tried.
He did.
That's going to be that's how you got to get them. You want to get them against each other immediately. Be like, Lewis tried.
Yeah. Lewis
He's
hustled.
never going to be able to deny that he tried, and Jay didn't. That's all you got to say, and they'll spaz.
A lot of fighting them. Yeah, especially start talking about like the fight and the dog. Like it's all about sports. At the end of the day, it's all about.
Yeah, right. Good one, Jade.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll be an interesting
We better
battle.
simmer down before we go on there, dude.
We'll simmer. We'll simmer by the Patreon. We'll be like, all right.
Yeah. No,
We'll
it's,
be tired, take a nice little nap before LOS.
I'm just gonna munch hard as hell.
I'm going to play WWF 2K. Can't stop, dude. I'm a wrestling guy now.
Yeah, big time.
I've officially
WrestleMania was.
dude. So Lemaire came down.
Hmm.
Oh, I didn't even talk about it. Did I even talk about the race, the big race?
No.
So I was going to go to Williams Grove this weekend.
Oh shit.
I invited our pals down. I got an Airbnb. I invited our pals down.
Where was the B in
The
Harrisburg?
Airbnb was in Mechanicsburg. It was right down the street from my parents. I've never been there before. It was some old Airbnb, or it was some old bed and breakfast.
Yeah.
It was built in 1790. It's pretty sick.
Damn.
As soon as we get in there, Billy and Spud are like, this place is haunted. I was like, it actually is.
They turned into ghost hunters.
It's terrifying. Yeah.
Jeez.
But so I scheduled a show in Harrisburg on Thursday
Mhm.
to pay for the trip.
Nice.
So it was nice. It was paid for. Did the shows Thursday, which did suck because it was all family and friends. Blows doing stand up for your fucking
Yeah.
family, and your mom is excited. She brings her friends. And then I'm up there talking about fucking my girlfriend getting fucked by other people and stuff.
Yeah. Did you ever think about like, ending one of those with like thanks suckers and like running away?
Yeah, I've done that every time.
Did you really?
Yeah, the first show I did in Thursday in Harrisburg was right before SNL, and I was like, "Look, this place never booked me to headline. This will be the last time I ever play this place. You fucking losers! I'm about to be on Saturday Night Live. Suck my fucking dick." And the next week I got canceled. So then, like a year ago, we went back and did it. I think you did it with me.
Yeah, yeah. I
The
remember
first
that.
one was with Blizz and Beezer.
Yes.
And you and me.
Yeah.
And that was when the Amber Alert went off.
Yep.
During Blizz.
Yeah.
The second time it came back, I was like, "Look, I know last time I said I'd never be back here. I'm back. All right."
That was very
Help me.
funny.
And then, yeah, every time it's like, look, this sucks. I'm just trying to get you guys money. See you later. I get to come down here and do my little talent skits.
Funny joke show.
Oh,
That's your waka waka, dude. That's your funny
Dude.
joke show.
I got high the night before. I ate a weed gummy.
Yeesh.
I had to call Matt.
That was so
I had to
fucking
call Matt.
That was so
I needed
fucking
help.
funny.
Dude, my girlfriend has these weed gummies that she bought in Denver.
Yeah.
I ate one in Denver, nothing.
Really?
I must have eaten from a different container or something.
Dude, you got to
But it-
really mix that shit up. A lot of
But
times
it
doesn't
didn't
get
fuck
through.
with me at all. In fact, I forgot I took it. I flew home. She was like, "Were you fucked up?" I was like, "Oh yeah, I ate that weed gummy." No, not at all.
Huh.
Then I was like, "Oh, that was actually kind of nice. I didn't even really feel it. It was like relaxing.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I was relaxed.
Yeah.
So I munched this one. Get in the shower. 20 minutes later, or however long, I get in the shower. We have this new rug that has like black, like crumb. I don't even know, not crumbs, but like it's weird. It's like a rug placeholder. The thing you put underneath.
Yeah.
It's got these black specks.
Okay.
So the rug was off and I was walking on it. So I had black specks all over my shoe or the bottom of my feet. I get in the shower and they just sprayed everywhere. And I was like, what are these, fleas? And I started reaching ass naked in the shower for like 15 minutes, trying to grab them, but they would move because of the water.
Your fear of pestilence is so
I'm
fucking
so afraid of it.
I know.
I got bed bugs, dude. It fucked me up.
I know.
I had it before anyway.
In Mount Vernon,
I was so afraid of bugs.
Oh, it's so funny. It makes sense. I'm afraid of being poisoned. I don't know why. I always think
So I was
I'm
reaching for
poisoned.
these things, grabbing them. I was like holding them up to. Anytime you think it's a bug and you hold it up to a light, no matter what it
It's
is,
a
you're
bug.
like, that is a bug. Fuck. Where are these bugs coming from? Do I have crabs? What the fuck is this?
Oh my god.
And then finally I realized I was like, holy shit, I'm high as fuck.
Oh fuck.
I was like, oh no.
and you're like, and these bugs, and
I
these are
got bugs on me, and I'm so high, and I had to like stop.
That's the
like,
worst.
dude, think of being ass naked, bent over in a shower for like 5 minutes, trying to be like, like it's just dirt. It's just dirt.
What night was this? What night of the week was this again?
Wednesday.
Wednesday night.
It was a nice Wednesday night. Also,
right,
what was
right.
funny is I was like, okay, cool. I'm not going to drink. Sunday, Monday,
Yeah.
Tuesday, Wednesday. Got
Yeah.
a nice little 4-day. So I eat this weed on Wednesday. I was like, the only way I can get ejected out of this is wine.
Yeah.
I need to get drunk.
Yeah.
Otherwise, this is hell. Dude, I sat down. It was the night the United States played Costa. I get out of the shower. I'm like, I'm high as fuck. This sucks.
Yeah.
I'll put $200 on Team USA to beat Costa Rica.
Did you do that
They lost-
before or after?
They lost 2-0. I did it right before. So I was like, all right, at least I can enjoy this soccer game. I sit down to watch the soccer game. The only thing I can think of is because it was at Costa Rica. Literally, I sat there just like, how much it would fucking blow to be Costa Rican. That's all I was thinking of. Was just like, your country stinks. I mean, yeah, it's beautiful, whatever. I've never been there, but you go out, the city is just a dump.
Yeah.
Like, there's buildings, shit just doesn't work.
Yeah.
The
yeah.
whole country, it just sucks.
Yeah. Nobody relies on tourism because they want to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's never a thing like, oh yeah, we'll just.
Yeah, maybe it's not that bad, but when I was high, I was thinking of like, this just sucks. Like, it's just probably hot. I mean, I'm sure you get used to a lot of things, but like,
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's like living at the Bahamas. It's like, oh, it's
Yeah,
paradise.
yeah,
you go
yeah.
there, it's like really sad.
yeah,
There's like a caste system.
that's all I was thinking. And then I was like, I kind of understand cheering for them against us. It's like this team, they're in Costa Rica stadium. They're like, let's go. We need to win this.
Fuck yeah.
USA's there, like, whatever. We're all millionaires now. Anyway, so
So
I
you're feeling
literally
bad for
stared at
Costa
the TV, feeling bad for Costa Rica. Didn't watch the game. I looked at the television for 20 minutes. I checked the time. When I realized all I was doing was thinking about Costa Rica and not watching the game, I checked the clock on the game, and it was at like the 25th minute. I didn't even know what color the jerseys were.
You spent an episode of Friends being like,
Sitting there going... And then USA lost 2-0. I was like, God damn it.
what a fucking wormhole.
Oh, it was bad.
Oh my
And
God.
then I heard this story of a lady who got killed by an elephant
From where?
from my girlfriend's town.
So where'd you hear the story?
She told me.
Oh God, man.
And it was killing me because this lady loved elephants.
Yeah.
She loved elephants. She's from the middle of the country in America. She loves elephants. She's a rich lady. So she started a foundation to save elephants.
Yeah.
So she goes to Africa and gets fucking crushed by an elephant.
Stomped.
Yeah, in her tent at night, an elephant
Oh.
came in. It was just like,
Oh no.
and ground her up into the
Oh.
ground with his tusks. And then I was laughing because she loved elephants, and then her dying thought was it had to have been fuck elephants,
Oh yeah.
and that was making me laugh. I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
what a fucked
She
up
might have been
god.
in denial. She'd be like, "This is a rhinoceros. This is a
Yeah,
rhinoceros."
an elephant would never do this. Yeah, she's like,
She
oh,
sees
that's
the
crazy.
trunk come in and grab a peanut from her tent. She's like, "No,
You guys are. It turns out you guys suck.
Ugh.
Yeah, so that was killing me.
Oh God. When did she
And-
break the news? Did she like just like what led
Yeah,
up
all
to
of a
that?
sudden, dude, she was hitting me with fucked up stories.
Oh God.
A lot of them, dude.
She took you to the head
Like, she
around.
kept saying shit. I was like, oh, that's kind of sad. I kept being like, is that funny? That's funny. It's actually sad. And then I'd be like, but that's kind of, I guess, what humor is when you think about it. Like, dude, I hate weed. I hate it. I hate it. I was like, at one point, I like smoked myself into being a communist because of how shitty Costa Rica was.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck America, dude. Give Costa Rica some stuff. And I was like, what am I, a communist? This was a nightmare. I hate it.
How
I
many
hate it.
milligrams was the thing?
It was fucking nothing, dude.
Well, I'm telling you, when you
They
make,
fucked up that batch.
dude, when you make this used to happen to me. When I would make gummies.
Yeah, I tried some of yours.
Yeah, you mix it up. You can do your best, but a lot of times if you're using like an oil base, a lot of them use coconut oil. And dude, you mix it with water, and that oil sometimes it gets a pocket. And you get one
Yeah.
gummy that's just a hot shot. You
I
get a
got
couple
hit with the
duds
hot
and
shot.
a
I got the
hot
dud.
shot.
I got the dud first.
Yep.
And then this one was, but then again, for me, like 20 milligrams is like, I'm dead.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Dude, there's a huge difference. If you get an alcohol tincture, it's the chillest ever because it comes on in like 20 minutes. You don't forget. You're not all of a sudden doing something. You're just like,
Yeah, it's just like, dude, I'm sitting there like,
dude.
she'd tell me a story and I'd be like, that's sad, right? That's fucked up, right? But then I was high enough to be like, I'm a communist. Then I was like, you know what's nice about weed? You get to experience what it's like to think like other people. So when you're sober, you can empathize with them better.
Yeah.
I called you and told you that.
Yeah, I remember.
And I was like,
laughing.
that's so gay.
I was laughing so fucking hard.
Oh, I
Dude.
needed Matt, dude. I called Matt. I was like, dude, help.
Hopefully, I was of service.
You were laughing about,
Oh, dude,
we could joke about it.
that was the funniest fucking.
So
thing.
I was like, I can't stop. I'm high and I can't stop thinking about Nick Bryant lying about all that. Like all I could think about was how fucking funny it is. If he has no evidence, now obviously I genuinely
Of
believe
course.
him. I
For
do
the
believe
record.
him. For the record, I believe him. I was just high and I was thinking about how funny it would be if he was on there like, by the way, yeah, Clarence Thomas is a known pedophile. It's just like he's just out here making shit up.
I was laughing on the way up of him when he talked about getting pulled over with that dude.
Oh, it's so
of
funny.
him just having been like going for the gold and then being like, all right, dude, here's the story. Like
Yeah.
3 years later, just sticking to it, being like,
Yes.
I can't take
He was
that.
trying to get evidence of the compromising pictures.
Yeah.
Which is the funniest way to get caught
Well, that-
searching for child porn and be
Yeah,
like,
that's-
officers, you're just in time. I almost cracked the case, fellas. like pulling them aside and be like, I'm with you guys. I'm trying to catch these motherfuckers.
Yeah, dude, I just hacked Zuckerberg's cloud, dude. This is all his child porn.
Fucking Mark Zuckerberg's the one doing this, fellas. It's like, all right, buddy, you come with us. Just get your hands off me. What are you guys, CIA? No disrespect to him. No
No,
disrespect.
that did make me laugh.
He's the man.
That did make me laugh very hard to think
But,
of that
oh.
being an elaborate ruse just to see the prince, the 8x11s,
Dude.
dude, buried in the mountains of Colorado. Some
Dude,
dude's like,
the gold.
If the real story, yeah, if some dude was like,
The
let's
gold.
go out
The
west.
fountain of youth.
Let's go out west and find the trove, dude. He's like,
treasure
better
is
be
buried.
fucking out there. The troopers get him. He's like, fuck. Dude, here's the deal.
Yeah.
I
Fellas.
think he started his research years before that, but
No, I believe
it's a
him.
funny gag to think about. A dude getting caught with tons of child porn being like, I'm the tip of the spear.
I'm gonna catch these motherfuckers. Like what? You're the guy. Nuh-uh.
That's so fucking nuts.
Yeah. So that was.
Hey, remember driving home with that dude? I've rode dirty before. I've never rode that dirty.
I rode a little dirty with like like a big bag of drugs,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh shit, I forgot about it, and then I got scared.
Yeah, dude.
Imagine driving around with that.
Bro, I can't.
Federal. You're
Dude.
going to forever.
I-
And you're not only going to jail, you're getting fucked up in jail.
Dude, I've driven with like 2,000 Vicodin and like an ounce of coke. And I would do that any day over driving with CP. Driving with fucking like
CP is uranium.
government
That's
blackmail.
uranium, dude.
Government blackmail CP. Not
Yeah.
even just right. This is like
Yeah, here's a picture of a senator fucking a kid.
Yeah.
It's like,
a picture
they're
of
gonna
like
shoot you in the head.
just say like you had a picture of like Joe Biden, the president,
Yes.
fucking like really going in.
Fingering a kid or something.
Something, whatever. I don't know.
Something.
I
Maybe
don't-
his son,
I
Hunter
don't really
Biden,
know.
clearly with
I don't
CP
know.
on his laptop.
Say you had a picture of like, I don't know, Robert De Niro eating an 8-year-old's ass. I don't fucking know.
Something hypothetical
I don't know, dude.
that you're only looking at and bringing home for research purposes.
Do you think? No, that's fucked up.
No.
You know how they
can't do
make
it,
like
dude.
celebrity deepfakes? Like they'll see like Kim Kardashian. Well, they don't need a deepfake for that, but like,
Yes.
say they have like a deepfake of like Mila Kunis. Do you think they have like De Niro deepfakes of child porn? I'm just
No, because then it's child porn. Even with the deep fake, it's still.
But do you think they're like, oh fuck, you think this is real?
They can fabricate it. CIA can do whatever they want.
That's
dude.
true.
Fucking
That's
CIA. I was looking at porn the other day. The CIA made me look at it. I was fucking pissed.
They got you?
Oh, yeah. I was, they made you, the CIA made you look at T-porn for
They got me.
You're,
They psyop
you're doing
me.
research.
That was a military grade psyop. Crazy, dude. Yeah, I was doing deep research, dude.
You did some research.
I should. I think I have
You're
the
going to
video.
bring those motherfuckers down.
I have an unlisted YouTube video from like. I have an unlisted YouTube video that's like, guys, in case they ever check my history, just know I've been doing deep research.
This is all fake. Yeah.
That's a good idea. We should all do that. We should first of all, we should just nix this whole segment. Well, everyone needs to see this, but everyone delete this in like 50 years.
Yeah.
And we can all come out and be like, none of us were watching porn because they're all going to see our
Yeah.
internet. They're going to see our internet history. Our
I'm going to
great-
stand by a lot of it.
So will
But,
I.
Boy,
So will I.
actually, you know what? Once a week, there's going to be something I would totally disavow. There's hundreds of instances of just something that I fully regret.
Well, I think here's the thing though. I think that will be when all sexual taboo will drop because everyone's going to be able to go into everyone else's porn history and just be like, who cares?
They should let dudes that whack off to weird stuff read to kids at libraries. You know how they're letting the drags?
Yeah, yeah.
They let the drags be like, hey kids,
True.
this is perfectly normal. They should let dudes who whack off to like gangbang porn be like, hey,
Yeah,
let's
what the
read this
fuck?
book about guys who love gangbang porn.
That's not bad. Some of us like to stand in that line, dude.
Some
that
of us like to
long line.
pull our dicks next to other
That
guys.
long naked line. Someone sent me a video on Instagram of like 9 dudes in a line in the hood. I'm like, what y'all doing here? What y'all doing? Like, we in line, bro. And it was just all of them running train on a chick like behind some fucking side of a house.
Poor lady.
Yeah, I mean, she was getting paid. Cha-ching. Cha-ching. She checked her, she refreshed her Patreon tab and was like, ooh,
Oh, 5. 5 new subscribers.
that's the car wash, dude.
But did they pay? But did they pay?
She got paid.
After you
dude.
run a train on someone, you can very easily go, got you.
True.
We're
It
not
is
paying.
strength in numbers. But
Yeah.
dude, there was a thing I discovered when I was among the laborers, when I was in the laborer union. What's going on?
What do you need, guard?
Guardian, you gotta start wearing all black.
I'm sorry,
If you're gonna stage crew.
Yeah, look at me.
Yeah,
I
dude.
was asking Noah, could you please hand me my water?
Wow, dude.
I didn't want to walk
What's up
through
with
the
that
can.
cup? Is that mold?
I don't know. I think it's
That is
just
Noah's pint glass.
It's a cool
Oh,
design.
okay.
Sorry, Noah. I don't. You know I didn't mean to slight you before, and you know this
I
is.
know.
Damn, that's really weighing on you, big shot.
Thank you. I hate being teased.
You're a superstar.
You're
I try to be a humble
great.
guy.
You're a great.
Try to be-
You're a great, sweet kid with just
Yeah.
a dark lust for power.
Yeah,
No,
this
I
is sad.
don't.
We've seen this before. I've seen this before. One day you'll turn on me.
I'll never turn on you guys.
yeah.
I've never betrayed
If the
you guys.
prophecy rings true, you might have to shatter the prophecy.
Wait, what?
The prophecy. Dude.
What's
You'll
the
turn on
prophecy?
me someday.
I
Don't
can't
worry.
tell you the
I'll never
prophecy. Dude. It
betray
will
you.
affect the prophecy.
I promise you that.
Maybe you're the good one.
Perhaps.
But I think, yeah, we already had Anakin.
True.
Luke.
You could
might
be
Luke,
you
dude.
could be Luke.
Dude, so you're talking about the economics of getting head.
Yeah.
Dude, when I was working in the labor union, these dudes would be like, "Yeah, we hit the strip club." And they would get like their dick sucked for $20, and I'd always be like, "What?" And they're like, "Yeah, dude, that's how much it costs to get your dick sucked." And I was like, "What?" And they're like, "Yeah, bro, you don't get privy to fucking hood prices." And I was like, "Dude, that's fucking bullshit." I remember
Was
just
it
being
black
like,
dudes paying
yeah,
$20?
yeah. They would like hit the strip club and like be like, "Yeah, it's like $20."
What?
And they were like, they had a thing because like
$20 I get like half of cherry pie on a lap
head,
dance.
bro, head. There's like hood strip clubs,
You get like 2 minutes.
dude. There's like hood strip clubs you go to. You go back out to the car
Oh, okay.
and like, dude,
We're just going to different clubs.
it's a club.
We're going to different ones though.
Yeah, it was a club.
They're going to the $20 BJ ones.
I mean, dude,
I'm
it
going
was
to the
probably-
beautiful Vixens one.
show and tell.
I go to the beautiful
Show and
Vixens.
tell.
This is what I deal with. She sticks her, and then she sticks her butt in my face, and I go. While getting a lap dance, they try to. You know when they do that, like stand and put
Yes,
their pussy
yes,
in your face,
yeah.
and you're like,
Yeah,
"Don't do that. I don't want that."
they have like a Band-Aid. Dude, that's what I want to do. I should fucking get lap dance the whole time. Just go, close your eyes and hold your nose.
Or just go. Start sneezing. Yeah,
I just want to. I want to have the N95 and just bury it in a chick's ass. Just fucking
yeah, that's actually pretty nice. See what's on the outside.
Just
when
smell
they
that all
take
day.
it off and be like,
just smell that all. You're walking around all day, just fucking. Oh, dude, we're having drama. We're having fucking N95 drama at the daycare.
yeah.
They took a vote to see like who wants. They weren't letting you go in to like pick your kid up. You had to wait outside, masked up, or like outside in the vestibule. They took a vote, and like 87% of the parents were like, "Yeah, like let's relax all this stuff and like let us in the building." And it's just fucking nuts, dude. They're doing it now where
Wait, who's wearing the M? The kids have to wear an M95.
not N. They have to wear a mask. They're
Okay.
It's like 2 years and up, but they don't even. They can take it off.
They're
like,
letting 3-year-old. They're making 3-year-olds wear a mask.
two
2.
As soon as you're 2, that's the magic number. But they get breaks. Like when we give
How
them,
the fuck are they keeping these masks
they
on these
don't.
kids?
They don't. And they even say we give them breaks too. It's like what the fuck's the point of doing that? Like we let them take it off and stuff. It's like okay,
Who's running this place,
dude. Who knows, dude?
Who's doing this?
There's people. They get it's a daycare.
Who you gotta find the head of
I
this
know,
thing.
I've talked
You gotta
to
just
them,
be
dude.
like, who's the one who made this choice?
We've talked.
Did they ever tell you who's the decider?
So they go back and forth. They say we're following the health department, but then they also said, but we get to choose what policies we implement. So they give you a little razzle dazzle. So it's tough to nail them down. But dude, they're saying so now they're like, there's been an exposure in the 2-year-old class. So that either you quarantine for 5 days or your kid can come in, but the school has to test them nasal swab every day for 5 days. A 2-year-old doesn't understand what's happening. They're getting a thing jammed. Like, would you get it? You know how it feels. It's fucking uncomfortable. So you go in and they jam your kid right up the nose for 5 days in a row. It's like the kid's going to terrify the fucking kid. Like, well, that's why they give the option. It's like, you guys shouldn't even be thinking about jamming those little guys, dude.
Yeah,
So let them stay home. Fair enough. Or just ask the parents. So
yeah.
like, if you give an option, how about a third option? Be like, yo, do you guys give a fuck? And the parents are like, no. 87% of the parents would probably be like, be all right.
Yeah, I don't want the kid here.
Yeah,
Send them there. I don't care if they get COVID.
I know, dude.
They're gonna get sick.
Yeah,
They're
like-
going to a preschool.
They're sick every fucking
They're gonna
week.
get horrific. They throw up with the crazy diseases every day.
Dude, Maya threw up for a month. She would just at nighttime wake up and just go, she would wake up and go, my belly, and just go, "Blah," and just
Dude,
fucking
me and
pour-
her are on the exact same schedule, dude. Every night I'm just like, I don't feel good again. Blah.
Dude, it was for like a month, and you take them to the doctor, and the doctor's like, yeah, fucking, they're just kids.
Yeah, it's
Their
a kid.
noses run for like 6 months. It's just,
Oh yeah,
it's just a
just
pure
snot
level,
constantly.
nonstop, dude.
I went over to visit my sister's kids this weekend.
Yeah,
All of them snot nose, dude.
nonstop.
But the best is the young boy thinks that he's Spider-Man now.
Sick. Oh, they all do. Every
He
young
jumps off the
kid.
couch and goes. He holds his leg. It's oh, dude.
Dude, I just went to Sky Zone. It's nothing but young Spider-Mans, dude.
They're
It's
all
like-
Spider-Man
like,
now.
you see a kid jump, and as soon as they flip the wrist, you're like, oh shit.
Here it comes.
They fucking, because there's those like walls. They like you can like climb the walls. Apparently, it's off limits. I was. Let me see that. Oh shit, that's perfect,
that's
dude.
Aaliyah. Oh,
Oh fuck, dude. Damn. Dude,
hold on, one
there's
more.
nothing better.
One more.
Let me see that. Damn, dude.
He stinks. Oh, it was so funny though because he wouldn't do it.
Oh my
He
god.
wouldn't do it, and then his sister came up and did it once, and he immediately.
It's like fuck that. Dude, a Spider-Man landing is better
it's
than
so funny.
the knee to knuckle land. The knee to knuckle is classic. But a Spider-Man landing
Spider-Man is tough.
way more flair. Yeah, way more.
And it's the best is just having a room full of adults go, oh, that was awesome, and the kid gets up like, yeah, I know.
I am Spider-Man.
Well, I actually turns out I am Spider-Man.
I'm
So.
pretty sure I got bit by a spider. Yeah.
This is it.
So you're gonna take someone. So they're like, they're as old as they are, which like almost 7, I guess.
They think they're Spider-Man.
That's their understanding of the world. You're gonna take someone who's 10% of that understanding and be like, come here, Kah! And fucking jam their nose, and they're just like, where the fuck am I? Where are my
Like,
parents? And why is this happening? Like, don't
we're-
worry, there's only 4 more days. Like,
Yeah, you're in the
that's an
Green
eternity.
Goblin. You're in the Green Goblin's lair. You have to use your Spideys.
Get
to
me
get
fired
out of
up, bro. It's getting me fired up.
That actually might be the new on-stage move. Instead of that, just
Just a fucking,
someone.
or just
Next time
jump.
someone heckles me, jump off the stool.
You gotta jump into the crowd and fucking,
Yeah, true. Sit on the stool like that,
dude.
Gargoyle on the
It's,
stool.
it's
Yeah.
nothing but that at playgrounds. You see every little kid jumping off of anything and just landing like.
It's about
It's
as.
so
I
fucking
wish we
fun.
had that. We didn't have that.
No, not
We
really.
didn't have cool poses when you jump down.
No, we didn't. It was we didn't have anything, dude.
No, we had. I mean, I had Spider-Man, but not like that.
I used to jump and I didn't even know to like bend my knees. I would like jump off of a shed and just fucking land like perfectly straight legged and like.
We did have Jackass though at a decent age.
True.
Obviously, we weren't toddlers, but Jackass hit at the right time.
That's
we
true.
were able to jump off sheds into bushes.
I mean, did you play X-Men? We play X-Men.
We did play X-Men.
Fucking we did have this, dude. We had fucking.
Let's go. How nice was that? Be like, you're making me angry. To like your dad.
My friend would.
He's like, shut up, get in the car. You're not gonna like this, Pa.
My friend kept trying to make me Cyclops. It would piss me off so bad. I'm
Dude,
like,
that's
"I'm
wrong
fucking
though. That's wrong
Cyclops."
though. Cyclops was cool.
I
Yeah,
did
we
not-
wanted to be
not- but
Cyclops.
yeah,
I wanted to be Cyclops too, and I'm actually ashamed of
But
it because
yeah,
I've
but-
heard you guys say Cyclops was gay, so I kept it quiet.
was
I
gay.
love
Cyclops
Cyclops.
is
Yeah, when your boy calls Wolverine, he's like, you're Cyclops. Then you're
Wolverine's
real.
too much, dude. That's claiming too much.
It's true.
I knew even at a young age,
realist.
like I'm not gonna ever be the guy who thinks he's Wolverine. That
That's
guy
fair.
is arrogant.
That's fair.
Cyclops is just a nice. He's like, what's the problem over there? See ya.
I wanted the glasses.
That's
so-
another good one on stage. If that dude fully, I am transforming fully autism.
What's going on?
I fucking Lemaire tricked me into liking. Lemaire was pumped that it was
Yeah,
WrestleMania. So hungover, I laid on the couch watching WrestleMania highlights with him, and I was like, "Fuck, wrestling is the coolest shit in the world." I forgot.
How was it?
Forgot.
It was
I got
awesome.
the new wrestling video game last week.
True.
Perfect time for Mania.
Being indoctrinated.
I'm getting indoctrinated. First off, it's funny to watch.
Yeah.
It's fun to watch. It's so funny to watch the crowd, like when the pin doesn't happen, be like, how'd he kick out of this again, dude? And like a guy that comes out and is like, hey, just so you know, Texas sucks. And then Stone Cold comes out. It's like, he's getting a whooping for what he said.
Oh
dude.
my god, it's so
Stone
funny.
Cold came out.
It is
Dude,
nice.
the glass broke. I was watching
He
it
came
like,
out recently.
yeah, last night, 2 nights in a row, Saturday and Sunday.
What?
Dude,
Came out of retirement. First
every
time
time.
since 2003.
when you hear the glass break, that inner dude, it's in there still.
I just reverted back
the
to
glass
7th
breaks,
grade.
you're
Yeah, I
like,
was kind of like,
Oh,
I stopped watching because Stone Cold was done. He's back.
He's
Smart
back.
move on their
He'll
part.
be done. Yeah, I think that was it.
I wish some like Indian billionaire would buy the WWE. Just make them all
Yeah.
dance and stuff together.
I mean, they basically it's not far off.
Really?
The whole point of it's like a 20-minute intro every time of somebody coming out dancing.
Awesome.
They all have their own phrases and move. They all
What?
do Spider-Mans basically. And then the matches are hilarious. Unless they're good. Sometimes they're really like good.
Yeah. Did you ever get into the reality shows of WWE? I
That's
fucked
like
with
right
the
when
Divas.
that's when I like tuned out.
The Diva show is sick, dude. Because they're like, when you watch them, they're like, I've trained my whole life for this, and they're
Yeah.
taking it away.
Once they got into because I feel like when we were kids, it was obviously you think it's real,
Yeah.
but like they never acted like it wasn't real. Now they're actually like actively like, oh, he's a good wrestler. He's good at selling it. Like they're
yeah.
there's kind of like a thing where like, I don't know. When we were young, it was like, dude, DX hates black people. This is awesome. Let's go. DX is beating the shit out of these black dudes. They're doing blackface.
Yeah, there's been a Vatican II type thing on the WWE.
Certainly
where
has.
People are like, well, actually, maybe it is just, but we can. It's like, no.
It's real.
It's
still
real.
real to me. Damn it.
Look,
Take it
we-
easy,
we
buddy.
can just admire the performance. Like, what performance? What are you talking
Yeah, it's
about?
not a performance.
That is the good guy.
Yes, that is
Sports
DX.
entertainment.
Dude.
Stop the bad guy.
That is X-Pac. I saw him at the airport. That's him.
Bro, I did see him. He was there. He was there. He was there.
Did you ever break the walls? Were you not break it down? I meant break it down. Dude. You used to break it down constantly.
Fucking, I was getting.
I made my lady watch WrestleMania with me.
Did you really?
She enjoyed it.
She probably
We
loved
had
it,
fun.
dude. Really?
We laughed. It was
That's
fun to
awesome.
watch.
That's awesome.
But Triple H was in the ring and she was like, why is he famous? I was like, he invented the suck it.
Yeah,
Anytime you see someone go,
he did that,
that was him.
bro.
What an innovation in society.
Imagine that. Do you think he ever like actually got head while doing that? Just being like, oh fuck.
Probably.
I might start keeping
I
my
might,
hands like.
yeah.
I don't know why I'm saying start. I might keep my hands like that when I get head next time. I'm gonna start when I get head all the time.
You're going to start going like this?
Just fucking, just going like
Pushing
fuck.
down the base a little?
That feels good. First of all, if you like rub your
Oh,
tummy
yeah.
while getting head, if you like whatever that is here, if you
Yeah.
push down on that, you get yourself the crumb. Here's fucking
Really?
these legs, dude. If you got a crumb, tighten your thighs, and you just like pull everything up. It's crazy. You're like, dude, I'm gonna.
Don't look at me through the fucking mic stand talking about rubbing your belly.
You know what I'm talking about, dude? If you want to come, you squeeze your thighs as hard as you can, and then you just go like this. You get it right out.
I
of
wish
you.
I had that. I wish I had.
You can't squeeze your thighs.
I can squeeze my thighs. I'm saying I wish I had your belief in myself, like to be like, oh, nice, I figured it out.
dude.
Like
Next
the
time,
placebo effect on most of your shit.
no way.
is
dude.
real.
I mean, it is for sure. For sure.
I believe you come faster if you flex your legs and go.
Dude, it's an instant keg. When you squeeze your thighs, you can't help but squeeze your kegels. I might just be like using way too many muscles to squeeze my kegels.
True.
If you squeeze your thighs, your kegels get engaged. It works, dude.
I believe you.
You
I'll try it.
It's the up and down. You're going yin upwards and yang, just going.
You're forcing everything to your penis and balls.
All the blood's going right where it needs to go.
Well,
And you go,
as soon as we're done with this, as soon as we're done, dude, I'm gonna go upstairs and say, babe,
Can I see something?
want to try an experiment? You mind giving me head for a half hour straight? Because that's how long it takes.
I know, that's what I'm
It
saying.
takes fucking forever,
Dude, me and you were in the same camp of like getting head is almost too much. Where it's
Yeah.
like, we have sex.
Yeah.
It takes so long that you just start
I
feeling
just
bad.
instantly feel bad for the girl.
Yeah.
I'm just instantly like, this is going to take too long. And then the second you think that, it's over.
It-
Dong starts to.
I get a thing. Yes, I get a thing where it goes, "Oh my god, this is going to be a quick one." For here we go, and then it goes away, and then I go, "The hell happened?"
That was the worst.
And then the whole time I'm like,
yeah. Get my legs going a little.
"Sure, are you okay?" But yeah, it feels great.
Now yeah. Also, dude, I'll get head. I'll be dead silent.
Nice.
I'm not like, oh yeah.
True. Yeah.
I can't do that. I can't moan. I can't make noises. I literally get head for an hour of just looking at the ceiling. Be like, no, it's gonna.
No, I like
it'll
this. I swear, I like this. It is.
happen. Like, well,
it
you're
does
not
rule.
hard anymore. It's like, don't worry about it.
This is the cycle. This is the cycle.
Yeah,
I've done
it's
that
part of the
before.
cy-
I'm
it's
like,
part of the season.
this is
babe.
the cycle.
This is winter.
Yeah, dude.
It's got something's coming. Something good's coming right around the corner. There's gonna be a crumb, dude. A big harvest.
the crops have withered.
The
dude.
crops are fucking withered right now, but don't worry, babe.
Yeah, there is. That's like the
You
ultimate.
know that
mind game.
harvest that you don't want at all? The crumb?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah, man. It's and then like I'll do a thing where I'm like, I've held it in so long, I'm like, it's gonna be instant, and then it's too sensitive, and you're like, yo, whoa, hold
Hey,
up,
now.
hold up.
Hold on.
Trying to bury your butt into the couch, you're like, let me get out of here.
Trying to tunnel out. Yeah,
What do we got,
wrestling's gay. Oh yeah, we need ads.
Yeah, we gotta do some ads.
Hold
Some
on.
ABS.
Here we go. Matt and Shane's podcast is brought to you by Sheath Underwear.
Oh,
Tell the folks at home about Sheath. Let me tell you guys about Sheath. I'm wearing some right now,
same.
and they do feel good.
Feels nice.
All right, they're gonna keep your balls off your leg,
Yep.
unless you're fat.
True.
Then your balls are pretty much always against your legs.
True that.
The idea for Sheath came from its founder, U.S. Army soldier Robert Patton, during his second tour in Iraq. You didn't tour once, did you, pussy? If it worked for him, it'll work for you.
It's the least you can do, you fucking cowards.
Yeah, you draft dodging pussies. Support the show and support this awesome veteran-owned company. Go to sheathunderwear.com and use promo code DRENCHED to get 20% off your first order. Every order comes with Sheath Underwear's 100% money-back guarantee.
Yeah, and also, too, pay attention to the sizes. I went large. I think I could have went a medium.
Really? You think
Yeah.
they run big?
No, they don't run big. It's just like, I was like, oh, I'm large t-shirt, large this. When you look at the waist, it's like...
Oh,
if
it
you-
has the waist
Yeah,
measurement.
I'm like a 33 waist, so I'm like, I did a large, and my waist, I should be a medium. So pay attention, because the reason I'm saying this, if your penis gets sucked back in through the hole, it's disheartening.
Oh, you're saying
You sit down in the
yeah,
car.
dude, I got a double X, man. I'm trying to fill that thing out.
Yeah, dude, you
You're
sit
trying
down.
to
And
fill out the double X's with the penis, dude.
it's tough. You sit back down, and when a turtle goes back in the shell on you, go.
Oh yeah. Anytime you
But-
sit down, the turtle's back out of the sheath.
When you're dangling, when you are dangling, it feels very good. It
Yes.
feels good. You feel.
Go
I
for a
need
nice
that,
walk with the penis in the sheath.
bro. And
Get
you,
ready to get a boner
you
on the
do
way to
get-
pick up your laundry.
You do get a better, and I'm saying this from definite experience. The flaccid state, it's nice. It's nice, When
Especially
you're
right
nestled
now.
up-
Right now is the time, dude. It's a hot time to get sheath.
Oh yeah.
If you get the sheath and combine it with the warm weather that's headed our way,
Oh yeah, bro.
you will have a bigger penis for the next 3 to 4
yeah,
months.
bro. Get the tight
Don't.
sweatpants.
That's not from Sheath. that's from
tight
us.
sweatpants, some sheaths.
That's sheathunderwear.com.
80%
Promo code
humidity.
drenched. Get Sheath Underwear and let them support your balls. All right,
All right,
we did it.
very good.
You want to do the other one, or do you want to roll and then do the
Let's.
other one?
I mean, what the hell? Might as well do it. We're on a roll, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this one's ExpressVPN.
that's
You know
for
us. We
internet
look at
protocol.
you know us. We look at plenty of shit online
Oh yeah.
that we don't want other people to know about.
Nope.
Not the bad stuff, but legal
Yeah.
stuff.
Yep.
What do you like to look at? That's
Honestly,
bad,
dude, I've
that
been
you
off-
don't want people to know.
I mean, just porn in general. I would
Good
say.
job.
I would say porn in general.
Yeah,
I mean, dude, most porn
tell
now.
us about it. Yo,
Most
chill.
porn. Yeah, exactly. What the fuck is this?
What are these guys doing? Collecting our data?
Yeah, what the hell?
the
But
fuck? These
I will
guys are
say, if
awfully-
you're on Pornhub, I feel like at best, a lot of people are like at least looking at incest. Incest is like top of the fucking pack in Pornhub.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about
I hope
step-
that doesn't.
I'm not talking about stepsisters because that's chill as hell.
Stepsisters. Chill.
There's like
Oh, mom and son.
my mom,
Mom and son
my
is disgusting.
sister,
That ticks me off.
my
I hope it's
sister.
not real. It's all.
It'd be real. If
Yeah,
I
but
lived in
dude-
your house, it'd be real. Let me tell you that.
Shane, come on. In the middle of
Most of you,
that.
hold on, I'm doing an ad read, dude. Most of you are probably thinking, why don't you just use incognito mode? That's because incognito mode does not hide your activity, and clearing your browsing history doesn't erase it. All right?
What?
It doesn't. Your internet service provider
It's gonna be my great moment when I go.
yeah, chill. Yeah. I know that moment. Chill. Your internet service provider can still see every single website you've ever visited.
I know.
Stormfront? Get rid of it. You just were doing investigative stuff, dude. You wanted to see what it was.
No, dude.
Fuck. That's why even when I'm at home, I never go online without using ExpressVPN.
Yep.
Oh man.
And if you want to go on Silk Road and like sell Molly,
True. Well,
Use
they're not.
VPN.
I don't know if they're endorsing. It seems like they have to be endorsing.
I'm saying,
I mean,
if
what
you-
else are they
It's
endorsing?
a useful tool if you're going to do that. Obviously,
Yeah.
VPN, Express VPNs doesn't support that, but I'm saying if you're
Yes.
going to do that,
If
at
you're gonna do
least
cool
use a
shit,
Yeah, use a VPN.
you're gonna want to use ExpressVPN.
If you want to sell your NFT on the blockchain,
Yeah, I
Yeah,
love
use
the fucking dude. It's blockchain technology.
oh, dude, for sure.
ExpressVPN reroutes your internet connection through their secure servers, so your ISP can't see the sites you visit.
Yeah, it makes you look like you're in like 10 different
Oh,
countries.
I like that. You're gonna actually love this shit.
I'm gonna use it for sure.
Yeah, you're gonna love being like, you can't see my ISP.
for sure.
And just be like, The Rock is a bitch. Also, I take back everything I said about The Rock. I've trashed The Rock a lot.
Yeah.
I watched his fucking wrestle highlights the other day.
That's
I was
nice.
like, fuck, dude. Who have I become, dude? I used to love The Rock.
You were a Rock guy.
I loved Mankind. I hated The Rock, but I still loved.
Sure. I was
you
excited.
Still loved it, dude.
I was against him, but yeah,
Every once in a while
you're
you hear-
electrified when he comes out.
Dude, if you smell, when you heard that, you're just like,
yeah, he won-
holy
he won me
shit, this night keeps getting better.
Yeah, sure, for sure. I'll give you that.
Fuck, I gotta go to school tomorrow. ExpressVPN reroutes your internet connection through their server. Oh, I saw that one. Said that. Most of the time, I don't even realize I have ExpressVPN on.
True.
It runs seamlessly in the background, so it's easy to use. All you have to do is tap one button, and you're protected. ExpressVPN works on all your devices, phones, computers, even your smart fucking TV.
What?
There's no excuse not to use it. All right?
That's nice.
So protect your online activity
protect.
today with the VPN rated #1 by Business Insider.
That's what's up.
Visit our exclusive link, expressvpn.com/drenched, and you can get an extra 3 months free on a 1-year package.
Come on now.
That's expressvpn.com/drenched.
It's time to protect the fucking house.
expressvpn.com/drenched to learn more.
Nice. Get
Nice.
a VPN going, dude. If you need a fucking...
I don't think I really look at stuff, but I'll tell you what, if somebody ever found how many times I've searched my own name, that would be catastrophic. I mean, you know how fucking dumb that is?
That's
And
tough.
just to search your name and be like, what are they saying about me? It's
Yeah.
like, stop looking at it.
True. That is true. You can disregard the internet, but it is
Yeah.
tough. It's tough when people are...
I was actually, it's rare, but I was actually hungover enough to be like, I don't even want to look at it.
Mhm.
It was good.
Yeah, dude.
There'll be days where I forget about it. I don't actively think about it, but like there was a couple of days where I was like, I'm hungover. I don't even want, I'm not even curious.
Yeah, it's a weird
It's just
thing.
bad.
It's a weird tab to have open in your head in terms of like the internet. I'll get caught up in it and be like, how did they like this thing? How did they? And you start
Yeah.
My
What'd they
kid
think
will be
about
like
it?
pulling my leg and I'm like, I gotta see if they like the new Patreon thing.
Stop, get off,
Yeah,
daughter.
dude, I catch myself and I have to go, oh, okay, yeah, this.
Yeah, you're a fucking psycho. You gotta chill. That's what I do. Dude, it meant searching my name on websites.
Everyone's done it. Everyone's done it before.
What the fuck?
Everyone's done it, dude.
Noah's doing it now. Cut it out.
You checking yourself out?
Hell yeah, no. That's a good worker. Fuck are you doing? Sitting around, grabbing dicks, pulling your pud to this vixen.
Yeah, just keep looking at her.
What do you think of that vixen? What would you do to that?
I can't stop looking at her.
She's gorgeous. I like the fat.
I like that too.
I like this fat belly.
That's my favorite part.
Dude, I mean,
I have that. That actually is from there down.
That's a gun.
Not far off. Let me tell you.
I think she's beautiful, dude.
Now doing unspeakable things.
You would do unspeakable things? I mean, I
Look
have a
at
wife.
this, dude.
I just admire her beauty and be like, hey, you know.
Well, I'm single. I'm a bachelor. So.
That's what I would do. I would go. I would
you
rip
you ain't
those
nothing
open.
but a G thing. You ain't
Oh
nothing
yeah,
but a G
yeah,
thing.
yeah, dude. And then this, I would with my teeth.
Yo.
And I go, I know you just got out of the water and your pussy stinks, but I'm going in.
Isn't it? Wouldn't it be at its best out of the seawater?
Perhaps.
It's an instant bounce. Ooh, it's beef jerky. That's queef jerky, dude.
That is salted queef.
Yeah, dude.
That's spicy hot queef. That's good
Beautiful,
stuff.
Beautiful picture. What is this service, by the way?
This is, well, I don't know. Let's not get into the service. This is just a free sample. If they decide to sponsor us, or if we decide to allow them,
Can I get a folder of that, like a trapper?
I'll
keeper?
get you a couple of things for
I'm gonna get my
research
kid
purposes.
like
My mouse
sexy.
pad.
If I have a son,
Okay.
I'm gonna get him like sexy trapper keepers.
True. Everybody else is coming in with the horses and lasers and
Just
unicorns. You're gonna be like, dude.
Vixens, bro.
I feel like the white trash kids did tend to have shit like that on them.
Really?
Yeah, there's always like white trash kids that had like a Playboy like fucking
Really?
air freshener,
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
a car freshener they stole from their dad. Like,
That's pretty tight. Yeah.
I feel like the
naked
poor
playing
kids always had
cards were
porn.
Sick. In high
Naked
school,
playing
someone bust
cards.
out naked playing cards. It was like, whoa, fuck, whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a guy who had his car parked right by my bus stop that always had naked lady air fresheners.
What?
Every day I would, on the way to the bus stop, just in his car window. He must have seen it sometimes and been like,
For
I'd
sure.
be so happy.
Yeah,
If I
that's
had porn in my car and little kids, kept, like the boys on the way to the bus stop were peeping it, I'd be like, the fellas, dude.
Oh, for sure.
And then I'd go,
Yeah. You like that?
you boys like that stuff?
Yeah, I've talked about this before. There was a place in the farmer's market near me that was selling children porn. Like my whole childhood, this guy, that was his living. He sold children porn and like
Oh. Yeah, I was like, whoa.
It was
I
in the
thought you were
farmer's
talking
market. The
CP.
guy,
I mean,
had
it's still crazy.
a store where he would sell children like fireworks, knives, and porn. You could roll up in there. It was just like
That's fucking incredible.
it fucking ruled. It was the fucking plug.
Yeah, that guy's actually cool as shit. I
That's the
mean,
fence in Red Dead.
Yeah, it was.
Contraband.
Yeah,
It was the
dude.
plug, dude.
That's incredible, though.
I can't believe he never got in trouble.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure the dads kind of understood. They're like, dude, stop. But I get it. That's cool as shit. What you're doing.
That's fun in Al Qaeda, dude.
Yes.
You giving the boys that was an arms dealer, dude.
That
He
was.
they fell into the wrong hands. Dude.
Oh.
He was selling us like M80s. We were just like throwing them in the woods. It was dangerous. He was selling kids explosives. He's selling kids dynamite.
Yeah.
Just being like sweet. My dad didn't. If my dad found out, he'd have been like fucking creep.
Yeah, for sure.
Fucking creep. That was his big thing, calling people creeps. He's a fucking creep.
A good move.
It's a sick move. I still suffer from his. He does impersonations of anyone who disagrees with him, and I still, dude. Fucking Brittany gets so mad at me
Which one is it?
because I'll be like, and then you were like, and I'll start doing
You
like
got your
the
dad's?
craziest. Yeah, I'll do the craziest impersonation of her, and she's like, I do not sound. I'm like, you're getting hung up on the wrong part.
Yeah, I wasn't being mean.
Yeah, but and then you
Yeah,
were
you-
like, I don't really. She gets so mad.
Yeah, of course. Whenever anybody does that to you,
I know.
it's the most infuriating. Like,
Nobody else
whenever
does- no one
whenever I fight Chris, I'll hit him with like the high, and he'll be like, ooh, ooh, boo, ooh. And I'm like, damn, that's actually a pretty good one, dude. You're getting me. Fuck.
Two people arguing and be like,
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Yeah, he hit me with that a couple times. I was like, all right,
All right.
there you go, Chris. That's a good one, dude. You got me. Oh, Shane. Like that.
Dude, yeah, I got Bay fired up the other day. I read an article and I went, she's gonna get really pissed. I shouldn't read this, and I was like, let me find out what she thinks about it. And it was there was some health lady from like New York, the new health minister or whatever, came out and was like, she started talking about calling white ladies birthing people. She meant to call everyone birthing people. This was her mistake. She was like, yeah, well, she was saying that there's a big discrepancy between the deaths of white birthing people and
Pirates of the Caribbean birthings.
yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean birthing
POC's
people.
birthing peoples.
POC's birthing peoples. But she
Jack
called
Sparrows.
them mothers. She called the Pirates of the Caribbean mothers.
She called mothers
Yeah,
and
she
then
called white people
people.
birthing people. And
Yeah, that's a
then-
good one.
It was a miscite, and then
Of course.
but then they started having this deep debate about like, well, yeah, I mean, we're trying to get inclusivity. Like, dude, we're talking about ladies dying in childbirth,
Yeah.
and you're shoehorning that into there. So just call them all moms. But to be like,
Yeah.
we're having birthing people die in child. It's like, dude, why are you complicating this issue?
Yeah. Just in case some trans lady's watching this, like, what the fuck?
The
Why
hell?
aren't they including me?
Dude, it was the
That's why they're not saying women.
birth. Exactly, is what it is.
Because
yeah.
being a woman doesn't necessarily entail that you can give birth.
Exactly, it's birthing people.
You might have a dong.
Birthing people, dude. I do like the idea.
It should be like birthing people, chicks with dicks. Oh, they should-
I like gender. I like the idea of gender nonconforming. Just get it. We're going to start getting the badass. We're talking about on the way up, just getting badass gender nonconforming. We're like, yeah, I don't care. Yeah, I'm gender nonconforming, but like,
yeah.
I
What's
think you should carry an ID to vote.
What's
I
it
don't know.
to you?
We're gonna start getting that. We have trans badasses. CJ,
Yeah.
salute CJ.
There's that
Who's
other
CJ?
one we
Caitlyn
talked to.
Jenner. CJ, salute.
Salute.
The ultimate. That's the ultimate, dude.
There's another one too.
She's a lesbian,
like,
dude.
Chills with Jones and stuff.
Ew.
There's a trans that chills with Alex Jones.
I forget her name. No, I remember it now. Blair White. She did Rogies.
Classic
Oh, nice.
heterosexual. I forget her name. Oh yeah, I remember it instantly.
Yeah.
She's quite beautiful for a woman with a penis.
Oh,
I'll
nice.
give it to her.
That happens. Billy sent me a video today. I got tricked by one.
What'd he send you?
A trick. He
Really?
sent me a trap.
And you got trapped?
Yeah, it was a
Oh,
beautiful
no.
lady rubbing her boobs, and then she stands up with a dong.
Oh,
I mean, obviously, I should have known it was coming. Billy
Sure.
doesn't just
Billy-
send you beautiful
Yeah.
vixens.
he's not trying to celebrate beauty. With
He's not trying to celebrate beauty. He's trying to trap me.
It's such a funny thing to do,
Yeah, just trap your friend. Be like, yeah, I can't believe you're gay.
dude. I'm telling you, back in the day, that was like you would hear those stories.
Spill that spitter again.
No.
with a lid on it?
Oh.
The lid's on it.
You would,
It's like I don't want to. It's like I don't want to be that guy. But Tommy spilled it last time.
I believe you,
dude.
but you did have it right there. It's okay.
Yeah, that's.
It's okay. Guard dog.
I feel like if you chew, it should be on you to get like a silver spittoon to carry, like a 3-footer. Get what's stopping you? Craft one. You're a craftsman. Give Noah the mic, dude.
Pay you.
Noah, tell them what you've been up to.
Damn, you hear that?
Yeah, I hear him.
He snuck that in. You could. This is what happens, dude. Biggie wasn't lying, bro. Just more money, more problems, dude. These guys, yeah. Throw him, chuck him some money, dude. Tell him to shut up. Throw
Well,
money
dude,
at Noah.
What do you want me
You
to
should
do?
make one. You're a craftsman.
I'd like to make one.
Craft a
He's
spittoon.
been taking a class with birthing people.
I-
Really?
And
Tell us a
and
tale.
non-birthing people.
Okay. Well, who else?
Well, it's some of the non-binary collective.
Are they non-birthing though?
Yeah, of course.
They're non-birthing.
I'm sure they're on the T.
So there's formerly male-identified non-binaries in your birthing people pottery
No,
class.
they were formerly female, but they're on the T.
They can be birthing people.
I don't know.
If you're on the T,
That'd be sick if fucking Display tricked us.
that would be the
Just
best.
so you know,
company.
that's a T.
Bro,
The next letter,
dude. That's a fucking business idea. You send your boys like a tasteful oil painting, and they're
Yes.
like, "Oh my god, you're so hot." Let them hang it up in their house. Wait like 3 years.
yeah, and then be like, yes,
"Yo, by the way, bro."
yeah, be like, open the back of that picture. On the back, it's just her with a dick. It's oh no, a chick with a dick.
Fuck,
Chicks with dicks.
that was your centerpiece.
That's what I said. Yeah, this is perfect. If you listen to this podcast, chances are you are a white trash fucking idiot.
Yeah,
This would go well in your living room.
True.
Dude. Hang it right above the TV.
I want to do a.
Smoke your bowls.
What about a magic eye, where if you look long enough, you see the bulge? If you fucking stare,
I'm
long
staring
enough,
at
you
it, and
get
I'll
a-
be honest.
you get
I
a
like
hologram
it.
bulge.
I like what I'm looking at, dude. Yeah, true. You got it.
You get a if you hold your eyes for 60 to 30 seconds, fucking. Oh my god, I see the bulge. Holy shit.
I like that they still respected her, the fat belly button.
Oh yeah,
They didn't give her like a regular belly button. They gave her a nice,
it's a beautiful woman.
you know what I mean? A frown, dude. If you get fat enough, your belly button becomes just a frown.
It's gravity, dude. It
Yeah.
fucking collapses into a black hole. So Noah, you were in class with birthing people
Yes,
who also identify
majority, yeah.
who also identify.
Wait, the
as
birthing
gender
people are-
nonconforming.
Ladies.
ladies.
Yes, but
But there are, so if you saw a trans person, you could go, hello, non-birthing person,
Yeah.
Yes,
to a girl.
but you could
to
have
a male
trans,
to female.
Yeah, but you could
You
have
could
a
go
trans.
non-birthing.
Correct.
But you could have a trans though. You could have a woman to male trans who's still a birthing person.
Yeah,
That's true. Yeah,
She could fall in
that's
love. She can fall in love with a beautiful
that's happened
trans
a couple
woman
times.
and get
He-
pregnant. He could fall in love with a beautiful trans woman and get pregnant.
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
I don't see what the fuck's funny about this, dudes.
There's
You're the
nothing
only one
funny.
laughing,
Which-
brother.
Yeah, you're laughing. I'm totally straight faced.
The fuck are you
Sean,
guys
let me see those
laughing
glasses.
at? It's time for you to set the record straight.
Matt, there's nothing funny about birthing, non-birthing transgenders. The fuck?
I recently snuck into the trans community.
Yeah, in the last 50 years, I became a trans. My people are black. Oh man, should we?
Stewart, dude. I can't even talk about Jon Stewart.
Jon Stewart, yeah,
Yeah, man.
he was a beast. He's still a beast. He's still actually, but man, this is a tough watch.
Sean, that's distasteful as hell.
What'd you do?
He's touching her vagina area, dude. What the
I
fuck?
thought it was scratch and sniff. My bad.
Dude, I might take a knee right now. You're forcing me to take a knee, dude. You're forcing me to take
I'm gonna
action on you.
fucking take a knee.
I'm sorry.
Don't make me
I'm
take a knee.
sorry.
Right now.
If Matt takes a
Take
knee,
the
this-
mic.
the whole,
If I take an Eminem knee,
you need to start taking Spider-Man knees. What everyone else is. That would have been sick if Pelosi and the gang,
Oh my
if
God,
just one
dude.
person was.
dude, Noah's taking a class. What the class is? Yeah, let me hear the official class.
What are these for? These don't. You wear them for fashion.
Are they fucking 0 zeros? Let me see.
These
I
don't do
got like pilot's vision. Let me see what the fuck's up.
That's
these
for
are
looks.
fucking Hollister-
You look. These are for
These
looks.
are Hollister.
Don't you dare fucking
Dude,
roll your eyes at
I
us
have
again.
pilot's vision, bro.
Are you being?
Don't
cool
you
guy?
dare roll your eyes.
I have pilot's vision, dude. This should give me a headache instantly.
Yeah, it does nothing. No, they're not that. Those are.
Maybe
You're
I'm just
trying to
getting
look
older.
smart on stage. You're trying to hide those
I actually
eyebrows.
see way better right now.
Yeah.
I think I have eye problems.
We should start getting spectacles.
now this is 0, dude. This is
Yeah.
what'd you get? 0.2s, dude, at best.
Those are
I should be
point.
dizzy right now and throwing up, dude.
Yep. That's true, isn't it? It's a bit of a metaphor in your life. Can't see too far down the road. You know, maybe in real life, but also can't see too far down the road. What's going
Noah.
on? World
No,
news?
before you attacked us violently about money, we were talking about you were in a class, a girl class,
Yeah, big girl class. Yeah.
and you're mic to the mouth. Gardini's telling you mic to the mouth.
Okay.
The what? And you won. You won the girl class.
I win the girl class every single day. Yeah.
What's the class called?
It's called Introduction to Fibers for non-art majors.
Okay.
Yes.
And you beat them.
And I beat them every day.
You beat the girls
Yes.
at their own game.
I have to. Yeah.
Nice.
Some boy, I have to.
He took.
I'm sorry.
He took a girl class in college, and he's beating the girls.
Nice.
It's an arts and crafts class.
Maybe you're a birther.
No.
You think he's a
No
birthing
chance.
person?
I lead
Could
the
be a
harm.
birthing
I lead the
person.
harm, brother.
You don't have to be the coolest guy in every story.
Wait, what happened?
I'm not, but in this story,
You lead the what?
I lead the harem.
Dude,
My harem of chicks.
That's fuck up.
That's bullshit.
You guys, that's not a safe space. I was hoping, dude. I have 2 daughters,
No.
bro. I got
He has
daughters.
2.
I
Yeah,
got 2 daughters.
There's no
I'm
sa-
I have.
when I'm-
Excuse,
when
I'm
I'm
sorry. I
in
have
the
2
room, there is no
birthing. I have
safe
2
space.
birthing.
people,
Birthing toddlers. Future birthing toddlers.
future birthing toddlers.
Yeah, dude. And
If
you're
they
gonna talk
want.
about because there's a guy in it with a bunch of girls. Now it's a harem. Come on, Noah.
That's like it is when I'm there.
Dude,
I can't even do this right now, dude.
gotta put my hood up.
Yeah,
dude.
put your hood up, dude. Take a knee.
Put my hood up on you, dude.
All right, we're running out. We're running out. Noah, you ruined it. You ruined the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, sorry.
We were having a fun
I'm glad.
podcast.
I'm glad you beat the birthing girls at their.
Yeah, that does rule.
Going
Thank
into
you.
girl
Yes.
world and beating them kind of rules.
It's pretty cool. I
It's
make them
actually-
sit down when I show them my projects.
You have to beat them.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. I have to.
What-
showed
what
me the
types of projects?
Show him what he made.
I made
He made a self-portrait.
A self-portrait. It's a bust.
He made
It's
a
terrible
piñata.
bust.
He made a
What?
big ass pinata of his head.
Basically, it's pretty sick.
You made a pinata?
Out of his head.
Obviously. You're obviously Mexican. That thing's awesome.
Yeah, kind of rules, dude.
Damn. Show the people.
Yeah, show the people, bro.
Is that your Instagram?
show the
Yes.
people.
It's on Noah's Instagram. Noah, what's your Instagram handle?
My Instagram is Noah's Paint.
Noah's Paint?
Oh yeah, he sells paintings. I
Hell
I sell
yeah. You
paintings.
sell
I
paintings?
sell
Dude.
paintings.
Yo, buy his paintings.
Buy
What
my
are we
paintings,
doing? We don't.
boys. Come
Yeah.
on.
got one.
Yeah,
Noah.
I'll buy a painting.
Sick. You should. Thank you so
You got
much.
anything like this?
It's like
Could you draw me hot babes?
I could draw you hot babes for sure.
Noah,
Please.
could you
For sure.
paint
Could
me
you draw a picture of me making love to my girlfriend?
Yeah.
Doggy style.
Yeah. Absolutely.
just from memory?
Nude but shirt on for you.
Yes, fully clothed on me.
Okay, for
Except
sure.
Jack.
Oh, for sure.
Austin
God,
316 t-shirt.
Yeah.
And she's like,
Yeah. For
hair
sure.
flying.
Yeah. Do you want to
She
be?
can't believe what's happening. Yeah, gold helmet, Notre Dame helmet.
Fuck yeah. All right. I got you.
And give her like an anime face, like,
Oh, for sure. The Higo face.
yeah.
For sure. I got you.
That's actually a sick painting.
Yeah. I'll make it.
Give her huge tits, dude.
Whoa.
Double Fs.
And a tentacle.
Actually, make it
give,
somebody
give me
else.
a tentacle.
Make it not her.
Give me a
Got
tentacle.
that?
Make it her.
Yeah, make it this lady. Just every month, send me a different painting of me fucking this lady. It'd be like, I don't know what these sponsors are doing. Just hang them
you
up
get more
everywhere.
ripped. You get more ripped. There's more money behind you in every picture.
Just hang them up in my house. Damn, think if a girl did that to you. I mean,
I don't
it's
know.
fun when we do it, but if a girl did that, if a girl put up a picture of her getting fucked by someone else and painting, I've never punched a hole in a wall. I would
Dude.
punch the pic. I would punch the picture.
I would first of all, I would lease a PT Cruiser and Italian job in my own house. I'd be so quick to steal that art.
Yes. Where would you steal it? Where would you take it?
I would fence
Would
it.
you replace it with a non-original, the exact same? Would you replace it with a
I
replica?
would, but I would shrink the dick down.
Yeah, yeah. And then at the end, then when you reveal it to her, it'd be like, "You stupid bitch! You thought that was an original? I sold the original for
I would just-
$25."
Yeah, I would just murder. I would
To
do
my
an art
dad
heist.
for some reason.
I would do an
don't know.
art heist and come back in. And you know the end of the art movies where they like murder their partner. I would just come back in and just shoot my partner,
True.
my birthing person, my partner birthing person. I would fucking.
Yeah, I think
A
if
birthing
she hung
partner?
up a picture like that, you'd have to execute your birthing partner.
Dude. Guys,
Guys, what the fuck?
that's the time.
What an episode.
Ooh.
Look,
Question. There's some dude asked a question. I'm gonna address it. I'm not. This isn't a purposeful cliffhanger. Some
Oh.
dude asked a question.
oh yeah, that guy emailed a question.
Bro, that shit made me.
I
Laugh.
didn't read it.
forgot
I
all
didn't
about
read
it. I'll give it to you.
We're gonna take a listener's question
a
on the
column.
Patreon.
Dude, is this gay? Is a column.
Oh, I have shows this weekend.
Yes.
I am going to be at the Palm Beach Improv Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 7th, 8th, and 9th of April. The 14th, 15th, and 16th, you can find me at Good Nights in Raleigh. And then I'll be in Nashville for a week. And then the 28th, 29th, and 30th, you can find me at Helium, Indianapolis. So get ready for that. And then there's a nice little UK run. So on the I don't know what it is. I think it's the 6th. I'm in Manchester. The 8th of May, I'm in Leeds. I don't know. Check it out.
Get in there.
Figure it out. You figure it out.
Should put Shane Gillis.
ShaneMGillis.com?
Yeah, Shane
Shane M. Gillis? Yeah.
Dude, Austin 414. That's a big
Wow.
one, dude. Austin 414. For sure. Cap City Comedy Club. Timonium, Maryland, Magooby's Joke House,
Magoobs.
421, dude. 421.
Day after 420. I think you should probably have a bit of a 420 show anyway on 421.
I might, bro.
Classic stoners. They missed the first day.
True. Just be like, whoa, what time is it?
Whoa,
Dude,
I thought it was 420 today.
I slept in.
I guess it's 420 every day.
It's 420 somewhere, dude.
It is.
429, 430, Rutherford, New Jersey, Bananas Comedy Club.
That thing's got to be sold out.
That's huge. I don't know. I don't know.
Every week.
We'll see. You'd be surprised.
No, that's the show. Dude.
That'll be
people
fun.
know.
That's a weekend, dude. That's a weekend. So yeah, that'll be fun. Magooby's Joke House, Cap City Comedy Club, Austin. I think will sell out, but it'll be very fun. Come.
Come.
Have fun.
You're doing Austin, Cap City
next week. Yeah,
Oh, that'll be sick.
be very fun.
Dang, brother.
Hang
All
out
right.
with my Uncle Joe, Felix.
Hey, you got any big shows coming up, Superstar? When's your next one? The stand already sold out?
Whoa.
Nice, man. Whoa. Selling out the stand in New York?
You gotta get those sunglasses that have like the slits.
Yeah.
It's like the grills on them.